we are going to assault Vernon. This needs to be very quick assault, or else they will be alerted and they will get detoured. It needs to be very quick, very efficient.
That we took last night, kind of follow that road.
We know, based off his Morse code as well, that they're using codes at each checkpoint, and that there are different codes per convoy.
Keep following that footpath.
I have sent Moors and Reaper to Pick Mountain, which is to the right of Vernon. There's a relay tower there that they are going to assault. There should also hopefully be the code there that we are looking for. So when they relay that code, we need to memorize it. That is the check for every checkpoint. That is to confirm everything. Once you guys have Vernon, you are going to take up the Russian uniforms. So loot the dead bodies. Take up the Russian uniforms. You are going to disguise yourselves as the force at Vernon. That convoy will roll up. Hopefully by that point you will have had the code that you are looking for. Loud and clear. Good luck, gentlemen. Hopefully you will have the code that we are looking for. If you do have that code, the Russians will reply to you. At that point, you will have a choice to ambush that convoy. That convoy we know is heavily armed, so expect heavy resistance. You will have a 1-hour window when that relay tower goes down to have that assault done. Have the assault done, capture, ambush the convoy, and get our boy, and then get the fuck out of there. So in roughly 30 minutes or less, they will have gotten that relay tower hopefully captured and destroyed. If they are able to capture that relay tower, that will be huge for us. It will cripple Russian communications, and it will establish our communications, which will make our lives a lot easier. Questions, comments, concerns?
Yes, question.
Answer.
Did you say he's being transported from military site Levy to Vernon, or I'm sorry, to the Ross?
No.
Is that what you said?
No, he's going to Vernon.
Ross, no.
Which...
Vernon.
We know he's going to pass. We know he's passing through Vernon. We're suspecting he's going to St. Pierre.
Okay, so we are starting in the same area as the captive, and we're assaulting down a road that they're going to be traveling down.
Yes.
We know
How the fuck are we supposed to get there?
Use the dirt roads along the mountain. You can get there.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. I was just confused why we were starting all the way up here when captive is like 1,500 meters south of us, and we could just take him there.
So we're assaulting the military base Levy.
No. Well, we're not assaulting. No, we're waiting. We're ambushing.
To Ross. That's why I was confused. Or not to Ross, to Vernon. That's why I was confused.
What we've scouted is Vernon is the least guarded, so that is our best opportunity to be able to get him.
Yeah, we don't have the numbers, and we can't do a sustained fight against a military base.
I got that. That's not my. That wasn't like why I was confused. I was confused why we were starting, 1,000, 1,500 meters away from the target, and then having to move down the same direction that the convoy is going to be traveling, because I would just hit the convoy in motion.
We're probably gonna get like pincered if we don't get them fast.
I'm not saying to change the up. I'm not complaining. I'm just confusing me.
No, I know. And to give you a reason for that, this is now our MOB. This is the biggest site of operations that the FIA currently owns. We do not own any BTRs anywhere else or anything like that. So this gives us our best fighting chance from here.
That's understandable. I was just confused why we wouldn't just hit it in transport. But no, all right. I'm good.
All right. Other questions, comments, concerns?
I have a question.
Do we have a time limit on this? I mean, I know you said something about 30 minutes,
yes.
But...
yeah, we gotta get moving quick here soon.
Yeah, my question was...
The only reason I was asking is, like, if we don't get to Vernon in a certain amount of time, we lose...
You don't lose, but it becomes a lot harder.
Okay, got it.
Because they will then kind of know that you are coming, because this is supposed to be... Reaper gets that tower, transmits the code, you guys assault.
Fair enough. All right, yeah, we gotta go.
Okay, does the time limit start?
The time
limit when we start taking the town, or when we leave here?
When you so they've already left.
Right.
Oh,
so
time limit's 10:30. Let's get going.
Yeah. Time limit's 10:30. You guys will have an hour to assault the town once they take out that tower.
Are we taking both those BTRs?
You can take whatever you want.
I would say no. We have, Trey.
Are we taking one BTR?
Yeah, we have
take
trucks.
one and leave the other one in reserve.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
We'll pile all of Jaeger in the back of that fucking BTR. Let's get ready to step off. Get everybody ready to go. Run a time scan.
Hey, Azure, can you meet up at one of the trucks, please, or vans?
Dude, I don't know why I cannot hold a connection to this server anymore.
What about
the... Oof.
Yeah, I don't know. Ever since the update, like,
Tombstone
I had a
actual
DC
hydro.
all day.
Are we handing out SUVs now?
I don't know.
We're going to occupy the front three seats. Commander, passenger, driver.
Who's going to be in gun?
Have you restarted your internet?
Interwebs?
Not today, I haven't. But I've never needed to.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I can get out.
So, I mean, I don't know why I need to
do
start
we
now.
want to take a Jeep and we can...
Yeah, we'll just probably lead. We'll be the lead vehicle. I'm not driving. Jamshed needs his RPGs ready, because we're more than likely gonna get fucking hit first, and I need to be able to hop out and just fucking unload. I still gotta grab a Jeep. I gotta fucking wait for AK to fucking distribute out the RPGs for us.
Okay, Zaddy.
I don't care.
No, Trey, you're in the passenger seat.
As you're transporting this HVT that we're trying to recover from military base levy, they're taking them down the main harbor.
If we don't get RPGs distributed to us, I'm just start killing the random FIH teammates we have for their RPGs.
Their forces at Duras, all right? They're anticipating that burn and they're not going to have as much.
Tombstone actual, Hydra actual, how copy?
Go for it, Hydra.
RPG distribution.
A firm, 2 seconds. A firm, send your guys to the medical tents.
Ranger. Alright, boys, I'm going to go get my RPGs. You guys enjoy yourselves.
And middle actual to all call signs. Is everyone in a vehicle and ready to move?
Apparently it's just Jamshed tonight. Apparently no one else wants to get RPGs. Squad leads, don't forget to send out one of your guys for an RPG.
Regular AK ammo. Hey, we're missing regular ammo. Which ammo? AK-74, 545.
He spawned in to the bottom opening on the left.
Should be there.
Alright, I'm done. I guess that's all, so.
Hey, Dark Gunslinger, did we run out in that van? They have.
Alright, you said the first BTR? Or the second one?
I think it's better we do like some small recon.
Yeah, nah, we're not gonna ride in the van.
We'll stay about maybe like 50 feet ahead of the convoy.
Yeah.
The Naked group.
Middle actual to all call signs. Convoy is leaving 1 minute.
Need to rename the squad Hydra, the Slick Boys.
Ramadan.
One BTR will be gone.
So that has to be what? Hydra the what boys? First of all, Yellow, you're not even in my fucking thing, bro.
The Slick Boys.
Hold on, I need to go fucking...
FIA though, so it's not, it don't really count.
I'm gonna go save my loadout.
I'm not here.
I didn't do that.
I need to save my loadout real quick, because if not... Oh, I can't save my loadout because of hostile faction stuff. Oh wait, yes I can. I've saved it.
30 seconds.
No, I just wanted to get in, see if that'll fix it for you.
Yeah, make sure you guys save your loadouts.
I think you have to start the van.
And then press hold square to save FIA kit.
Alright.
Save kit.
Hang on, I gotta be like the real homie, sit in the middle of the back seat. There we go.
No, it still has it.
15 seconds.
That way, if we get shot at, someone's dead for sure.
Gonna take lead about 50 feet in front of the gun.
Do we want? I think we are we going between the BTR? Or are we going in the back?
Watch it. Go.
We're moving if you're not in the back.
Okay. We're gonna be in front of y'all.
Yellow, you'll probably need to TC because I do not have map. Map was not required in the briefing. I heard it.
Here, I'm putting the map.
Yes.
I'm putting the map in the car.
We're taking dirt roads.
That's what I've been told.
Maps in the car because
I got
all
it.
left, so I can't see us or anybody for that matter.
Okay, so we're
I think we're just taking the next available dirt road
to our left.
And just
Yep.
stay into the dirt roads as much as possible.
Yeah, it's so confused because like the way they're just
wait here on the corner so they can see us. Oh, they seen us. Yeah, we're good.
Tombstone, this is Reaper Actual. How copy?
And then direct me from here.
Well, thankfully you just have to stay on this dirt road. There's no like anything else. I mean, there's a four-way, but we're not going to take the right on the four-way, not unless I'm misunderstood. Because the way that I think that we're going off of is we're assaulting from fucking way the fuck down there.
Tombstone, this is Reaper Actual. How
All right,
copy?
slow up, because we're like fucking 200 meters away from these fucking idiots.
Our vehicle did not have enough four-wheel drive. We are proceeding on foot south end of Beacon Ridge. Bird.
Hold up here. I don't see the BTRs.
Kill your lights. Kill your lights.
I know. Oh shit.
Lights.
There we go.
Just slowing up because I don't see the BTRs behind us.
Hey, BTR, what's your position?
I hear him.
Far back, we're approaching on the dirt road.
I see him.
Okay, yeah, we got eyes on you.
Hey, farm.
I gave him a start and boost.
Hey, Reaper, this is Ezra 1-2. Do you have eyes on the quarry down there to your,
West.
west?
Ezreal, we have not reached the quarry. We're almost there.
You're past the quarry.
Roger. I see on the map you guys are just east of the high ground or the quarry. As we're moving,
No, you're good. You're good. Keep going. I'm just yelling at them because they're the one talking about fucking where they are. You've got about 500 meters until we reach quarry.
Ezreal, that is a negative. Looks clear.
Roger, take a mic.
Is that the checkpoint at the quarry, or is the checkpoint up at Duras? Keep going.
No clue.
Just go slower, just because we guys are not really keeping up. The BTR is struggling to keep up with us.
Oh boy. Oh god, I can taste it.
Reaper, this is Azure. Convoy's reaching quarry. Time now.
Hey, firm. Convoy reaching at quarry.
Is the quarry clear?
I fucking don't know.
That gate was busted.
I assume yes.
Stay
on the dirt road to our right.
You're gonna follow to the right. Yep, there you go.
Alright, go into the water.
You'll stay on pavement for about 150 meters, and then on your left-hand side there will be a dirt road that you will take.
Hardball, and there's gonna be a dirt road to our left.
Hardball, dirt road left.
Here.
I see it.
Keep going. Right here.
Reaper convoy has already passed through, Corey.
Go for Reaper.
Go for Hydra.
Jaeger. We'll have the convoy hold for 2 seconds just so that
Hold.
Reaper and Morse can scope that area ahead. We'll supply them with a transport vehicle.
Ranger. Okay, so
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
Bionic,
turn it up.
how do we want to assault this thing without rolling down the side of this fucking mountain face?
Roll down the side of the mountain face.
Let's position so about 300 meters, you're going to see those 2 trails converge on this dirt road on the ASR here. There's actually a roadblock just a little bit southeast of that. I'll mark it on the map.
Tombstone, this is Reaper Actual. We have eyes on the tower, but we're about 1,500 meters out. Our transport vehicle is inbound.
Alright, so you'll see my little marker on there now. There's a little gate right there. We can push through that and then down to the next building. I think the best thing for us to do is
Am I blind? I'm not seeing this marker.
Yeah, I'm next to him. Yeah, if we're gonna punch through a gate, let us go first so that they won't suspect that we're FIA.
Alright.
That's fine. Yeah. Oh, I see the marker now. Sorry. It's just in white on a white background. It checks out.
Time, yeah.
Roughly correct.
Who is that? We rolling?
Yeah, let's roll.
Yeah, let's go.
Convoy's moving again.
Negative, I believe that was transport vehicle for Reaper that just passed by.
A firm. Convoy's holding.
Gonna run out of time here.
I can't. I got handbrake on.
No, just put it in neutral.
Because the command wants us to stop so that Reaper can get to the fucking radio tower.
Absolutely nobody. Some dudes who just like cooking in the 90s.
I think it's probably best for us to dismount.
You think they are? Yeah, that's my thought. That's my thought as well. We might be able to get the BTR down the walking trail to its west, but I mean that's.
We can get the BTR up by that Chevelle Gin Lodge and then have them.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
And have them orient themselves.
The problem with it is that that's a flat. They're not going to have any visual on Vernon.
What about right here?
Again, I just feel as if you put it up there, you can probably get it up there, but I'm almost guaranteeing that gun's not going to be able to orientate that far down. Not unless they're parked on the side of the fucking.
Yeah, but see, the point being is.
So is that truck for us, or it's only 3-seater?
And then they can look down. I don't know. I mean, I couldn't even tell you if that even safe to bring the BTR down once we get.
It's really not. You can see by the elevation lines that thing almost is a fucking drop.
It's gonna flip off.
What about the draw to the south of that? You think they could navigate that draw down?
They might be able to. Just depends on how much rockage and shit is in the way over there, because I feel like it's going to be pretty.
He was going through briefing.
We're losing visibility. All right. So are we good to roll or yeah?
We're going to be using the BTR. I'm concerned that we're given a map out of the timeline.
Oh yeah, Dark. Don't worry. It's the thing is there is that right now we're getting shit on because of the fucking.
We can't use the BTR up here. Why the fuck are we taking this road?
Can't traverse off road, so it takes for fucking ever.
Because if we send the BTR down the main MSR, that thing is gonna get destroyed fast.
Yeah, the
Tombstone actual, Hydra actual. Are we clear to move this convoy?
We have snipers.
Confirm, go ahead and move convoy. We do see a convoy coming out of Levy. Don't know if it's convoy we're looking for though.
Snipers, they can use the BTR.
Affirm. This is going splendid already.
About like a guerrilla warfighter unit. More like an African one. A third world country kind of.
They got it. Let them know. Yeah, but the problem with it is that like even then like just from looking from what we're going upon right now, we are going to be fucked if we think we're gonna get down there. Also, I don't know if they're trying to set up an actual L-shaped ambush or just a fucking normal ambush. We're about coming up on the house that we're going to dismount and then move ourselves to our west.
Hydra, Ezra 1-2, this building we're coming up to, this is kind of where our dismount spot is on the map.
Easy all day, and those things break so easily. Kind of.
This is about to be a fun fucking time. Darkin, you didn't even give us up the hill.
Yeah, I know. There's this car fucking stuff.
Hey, can we have 2 more people?
Tombstone, this is Reaper Actual. We're moving past the chalet right now. Sure. All looks clear.
It'll be he's cooking and Obama.
Yeah, same time they're doing.
Yeah, they joined the left because I thought they was too late. I just messaged him on Discord. Just tell GM to TP him to us.
I shall. Okay, so I don't know if the BTR needs to come up here. You can probably dismount non-essential people.
Hold BTR, Jaeger dismount.
Yeah, if you guys want to take the BTR and the non-essential people, aka the driver and the gunner, and maneuver yourselves just southwest of Cheval Gin Lounge.
You gun metal.
See if you guys can't get a good visual over top of that. I don't know how well of it's going to be.
Do you want me to dismount and stick with the BTR?
Yeah.
We're gonna. I assume we're gonna. Yeah, I did, Dark. Wow, you sound so fucking enthusiastic right now.
Hydra 1-2,
I can barely hear anything and people don't shut the fuck up. So.
That's fair. So yeah, we're gonna have you guys continue down this road a little bit. Try and see if you can't get a vantage point where the marker is point up for the BTR to be there. I doubt that you're gonna be able to see down that defilade, but fucking maybe. And if not, make it happen.
They just joined back. Can you message GM and have?
Yeah.
We're almost at the tower.
Tombstone actual, Hydra actual. Can you TP those 2 new guys to my location? Once they're fully kitted up and ready.
Let me know when they are.
Affirm. All right, you 2, get yourself kitted up and let me know when you're ready, and I will have you move to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I see here. All right. Thank you. All right. Sorry for.
Yep, just stay under 30 kilogram. Just stay under 30 kg.
Yellow gun.
Darkin, is this one of your friend? Why he sound way more Canadian than you?
Oh no, he's one of mine. He's one of mine. I found him.
Oh my God, he's so Canadian.
Yeah, he is.
So Canadian.
Cool, bro. He's cool. He's down. He's like little Johnny, bro. He's down.
I'm not saying he's not down. I'm just saying that he just sounds like Darkin, but like on steroids. Shut up.
He's Canadian as fuck. We're in the same time zone, so close enough to me.
That's friendly. That's friendly shooting. We're engaging.
Yeah.
Okay, Roger.
We need to move ourselves up there too, just because I'm probably the only motherfucker in this fucking battalion that has RPGs.
Give me one.
No, fuck you.
Come on, you got 2.
Yeah, for a reason. I'm Jamshid.
Can I just shoot one?
Yeah, I shoot one and then I take it off and I get the other one and I reload both of them afterwards. It's faster than reloading.
Let me have your backpack and just drop the RPG and I'll reload it and drop it.
Hey, Reaper,
that sounds horribly inefficient.
To your east. If you need assistance, you can give them
Yes.
One, and I already have one.
Confirm, tower appears clear, moving to demo.
Oh my god. Where the fuck are we are to them?
For the code that we're looking for should be somewhere hopefully inside compound.
If we get to the
Oh my
box,
god, they took this dirt road. They took this dirt road.
Voices in my head.
Gunslinger, if we get to a box, me and Dark need to load up on RPGs, and we're just gonna be a fucking RPG team to just buff it.
We can't. Remember, we got to stay under 30 kilos.
We have possible hit on the code.
We can hold RPGs too. So you'll have more RPGs.
Lake. Repeat, code is lake.
We'll hold warheads. You hold
Once
the
downward target's locked, proceed with
You know, you're describing this plan as if it's going to be so bulletproof. It really just sounds like a lot of extra shit.
I'm sitting at 33 kg.
I'm sitting at 33 kg as well. And I've got 6 rounds, 7 technically.
We'll just all run pistols and fucking warheads. This pistol, 2 mag, and warheads. Nothing but warheads.
I hear the BTR.
You're on the downslope of the hill here. That way we aren't skylining.
Gunmetal hydroaxial. Come to your left.
Thank you.
Further down the hill.
You did that on our channel.
No, I didn't. I swapped over quickly.
Oh. Damn. Yeah, you did.
Charges are armed. Demo in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Break right there. You should have a good vantage point on the town below. Let me know.
Push forward a few more feet. Stay
All right.
out of the fucking front.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
We have eyes on the convoy. They are just north of Vernon, getting ready to hit the northern port of Vernon.
Handbrake this bitch, bro.
Yeah, dude.
We're out of fucking range.
I can see it. You just need to handbrake it.
I know. I'm just trying to get off that rock.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Command truck, fuel truck, checkpoint. In that order. No Jeep.
Where the fuck did they go?
Can I get my 2 and Azrael TP'd over to my location, please?
All you do.
Tombstone, this
Come
is
on, boys.
Jaeger.
All squad leads be advised. We do have eyes on the convoy at the checkpoint.
Alright, come on.
Tombstone, this is Jaeger.
You can give us a TP if you want.
Hey, firm. Stand by.
Go for Tombstone.
Do we have any idea of what truck our friendly's in?
Should be a troop transport truck. If none is sighted, may not be our convoy. TP.
Squad leads be advised. There is a troop transport truck at the rear of that convoy.
Hey, Tombstone, Azrael, can I get Delta and Faltier TP to my location, please?
Tombstone, my boys that are sitting at base are ready to be TP'd upon me.
Tripod system is so garbage.
Tombstone, what are your orders for Reaper?
That convoy wasn't very important because it just left.
Proceed with the assault along with main force if
Again, what I
possible.
mean.
Provide overview and or
Chill.
direct assault. Up to your decision. Hey, firm.
Dude, what the
Azrael,
fuck are we doing?
Actually, I hope.
You and I are in the same thought process here.
Yeah, alright.
I'm gonna action all call signs. I hope that convoy wasn't too important because it's already gone.
Hey, the convoy is in St. Pierre, so obviously it looks like our assault is now shifted to St. Pierre.
Tombstone requesting orders.
Where's Bionic?
Howdy, boys.
Are
you with us?
You
guys are with us?
Hey, can you teleport me to Jaeger, please?
Jesus Christ, what in the fuck is going on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my God, it's RPG Lord.
Hold on, I'm going up here to talk to fucking Dark.
Okay, we'll hang tight here.
You're more Canadian than I am.
Hey, Osama, you can come back down here.
What in the flying fuck is going on?
Tombstone, this is Jaeger.
We were doing way too close of a fucking timeline for this mission.
Like, what in the actual fuck? Were we supposed to be engaging them? Because I don't understand why the fuck we just set ourselves up here, setting up an actual ambush fucking 700 meters away from the fucking target, and we just let them walk on through like we were supposed. What the fuck are we supposed to be doing right now?
What the objective was is we were supposed to assault Vernon, but he gave us a timeline that is fucking impossible. It's almost like this shit was real life. I can hear the BC right now saying you guys have 1 hour to move 4 clicks to assault a village. It's almost like I just did this shit at fucking Platoon Sticks like a month ago.
Yeah, this is the most retarded shit.
From the briefing was that if we were able to assault the objective on Vernon, that we would have to assault and recover.
So are we taking that or not? Like what?
I think we're going to St. Pierre now. I think we have to pick ourselves up and move to fucking Pierre.
Nah.
I think that's exactly what I just fucking heard over the net.
So
Hold on.
HBT was in that convoy?
That troop transport's gone, Tombstone.
So HBT was in that convoy, is that?
A-firm. Troop transport was at the end of the convoy. Hydra got eyes on it. Dude, if you...
Truck transport?
Yes, it was a cargo truck at the end of the convoy.
I can hit him from here.
If cargo truck most likely wasn't.
I'm just saying, if he's gonna keep throwing rockets at us, that's not fucking AI. I'm just gonna kill him.
Another convoy starting to form and levy could potentially be ours there.
A-firm.
Gunmetal action, all call signs, continue assault.
Acknowledged.
On Vernon, continue assault on Vernon.
Okay, so I'm...
RPGs and sniper fire coming from the town.
I love that we got spotted from fucking 700 meters away.
Yep. And that they're even shooting at us. The only thing
they
would be firing right now are machine guns, and they wouldn't even be firing a lot.
We haven't even fucking laid waste to anybody right now. Look, we haven't shot a single round, and they're on our location.
I'm just waiting for the sniper shots to start taking us out if we're just standing here. But
Yeah. I'm gonna go rally up my boys and give them a brief what the fuck we're waiting on now.
All call signs, this is gunmetal actual. Move to the right and go down through the draw. It'll give you good cover and concealment as you push down through.
That way you can aim
Alright, boys, we're gonna fucking move ourselves down the fucking ridge line. Apparently, there's another fucking convoy coming down the fucking way. No fucking clue when.
He sent it too early.
Hydra and Azrael and Jaeger push to the right down into the draw.
Anyway, don't we have like an hour to take this checkpoint?
Shit, boys, almost forgot to tell you. Here's what we're doing. We have to take this checkpoint, and then once we take the checkpoint, we have to dress up as the Russians, so loot their bodies after we take
about 100 meters to your east.
Copy. And we're also timed. We have like an hour to take this bitch.
I break my legs because of
Also, be careful jumping on the mountainside.
I believe that's the fucking thing.
About 50 meters.
I love that we're getting shot at immediately.
Oh yeah, we were getting shot at on top of the mountain.
Most unexplained things ever.
I swear I just watched you take a fucking round to the face, Dart.
There was fucking a round that almost hit me, so that's really dope.
I felt one.
I love how they say fucking use the valley for cover and concealment, but AI don't give a shit about cover and concealment. They just shoot it anyway.
On the south side of town, friendly.
Negative.
Aren't the AI in the update going to be a lot better?
I fucking hope so.
Like I heard, they'll play a little bit more like actual players.
So not auto lock on us from 700 meters out.
Right, yeah. Like concealment will actually work against them. But that also means they'll actually clear buildings and shit too.
Which will be
And
dope.
they'll actually like track you if they hear gunfire.
Maybe they'll be more accurate.
Azrael pushing up to White House Red Roof.
You mean be more or less accurate? Because if you're in any kind of ground vehicle, they're gonna fucking fuck you up.
Alright, I'm gonna hold my RPGs for the time being, just because I feel like if I blow anything up north of the fucking checkpoint, that the convoy's gonna notice that shit. So let us get checkpoints directly to our northwest.
12 o'clock. Snipers. Take down those enemies.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Guy to your right. Yep. A little high.
It's that friendly fire
Good hit him.
coming from the east on the hill.
The one that you shot. There you go. Good kill. Good kill. The one that you also just shot. Just unconned only. Unconned only behind the fence.
Azrael pushing up to Yellow House. Black Room on.
Good shots. Good shots. Another one next to him. Another one next to him. One in the field, just short of him. One in the tree, short of him. Two by the road. Two by the road.
Reaper's right behind you.
Stay firm. You got one by the roadway. One by the roadway. Underneath yellow light. Second yellow light. Sorry. Nice shot. One behind him. Good shots.
Give us a quick feel about what's been happening.
As of right now, we're doing the Lord's work, wiping out all these fucking Russians, and then we're gonna go down there, change into their gear, and hold the checkpoint. Currently, no. No.
Zaddy, can I push up and poke him? Let me poke him. I want to poke something.
All right, we could probably push in. We could probably push into the town now.
Hell yeah.
Remember to watch your distancing, boys.
Guys, make sure you split up but close at the same time. We don't want grenade or
Let's go to that White House black/gray roof. Hydra is currently making contact into the west side of the east side of the town. Yeah. I don't have good visual on it. The one that's right in front of Darken.
That's a slot hole.
Remember to take their clothing, bro.
Yes. Do not forget, we need to disguise ourselves as them. So if you find Russian bodies, use that fucking swap your shit over to them.
Once assault is complete, find as many Russian uniforms as you can scrounge, and make sure to throw them on and get in checkpoint positions and ambush positions.
All call signs, this is Joe Metal Actual. I'm going to move the BTR down.
Guys, they're saying there's an enemy around here.
Huh?
BTR confirmed 2 kills.
We lost a friendly at the fence. Gotta give us loot. He will be honored and remembered. I'll get this guy back here. Just see if I can actually move all my shit in the backpack.
Delta, are you taking this guy? Delta, are you taking the other guy?
Getting this guy. You think I need his pants or no? Hey, you guys got me? Yeah, I hear you. Do you think from a distance, if I was up in a tower or something, they would? If I was like.
All squad leads, it would appear that convoy, the second convoy we are seeing, is getting geared up to move. Would recommend moving fast.
Hold on, how do I might change my pants. Do you change your pants?
No. Do you think we need to change our pants or no?
Hydra.
What'd I lose?
I'm not gonna change pants. I'm just gonna keep it like this.
Yeah, I'm getting my fucking headset just died on me, and I was like, what the fuck was going on?
Sucks.
Thank God.
Charges. How do you know what the charge is on your headset?
Praise be to him.
Comms check.
Check.
Hey, I found a full RPG's assistant backpack, so I'm rocking that.
Hell yes.
So
How do I look?
Heads. Look good. You look pro, except for the backpack.
Except for the backpack, right?
You look good until you turn around.
Well, it's a good thing I'll be in the bushes.
Go for Reaper.
Hydra copies.
How do I look?
You look good. You look
A convoy has just left levee.
You look solid. You look really good. You look really good.
Reminder,
I tried to find one that was headshot.
Is Swan from that convoy. If they do not say Swan, it is not the convoy we are looking for.
Okay. We're gonna stay in bushes next to the fucking MSR.
I thought we had to during the check.
No. Some squad has to be up there. I don't know which squad's up there right now.
Do you want me to go up there? Since I look clean.
Hold on.
All call signs. This is gunmetal active. Go ahead, Hydra.
Who are we having set up inside of the checkpoint? All squad leads Hydra actual. Which squad is taking over the actual checkpoint?
Won't be gunmetal.
Take your boots off. Nah, I need to keep my feet safe. I got the chronic foot.
Well, don't everybody jump at once. Too easy. Fine. I'll have Hydra's 3 members of Hydra set at checkpoint. Hydra squad lead will sit back due to the fact that he's got the only RPGs if we need to ambush this this convoy.
Gunmetal actual to Hydra actual and other squad leaders. Gunmetal was up the hill in the BTR, unable to secure uniform. We are going to hold the BTR in reserve in the tree line, hidden from enemy sight.
A-firm. Azrael, you say that you're taking it?
Azrael, take the checkpoint. There's only 3 of us.
Ranger.
This is Jaeger. We have eyes on enemy convoy approaching as we are returning to the AO.
Hydra squad, pull back into the fucking houses and the bush lines.
If this goes sideways, gunmetal has you covered with the turret.
A-firm gunmetal. Thank you.
Here, I'll get behind these windbreakers.
They're wanting me to hop up in a tower because I have a LMG RPK.
That's fine.
I'll
Wherever you.
windbreakers.
Yeah, make sure you find. Just make sure you have a good spot to kind of keep yourselves. I mean, obviously we don't need to be hidden because most of us are inside of it. Darken, you do. Do not let your back be seen by anybody because you're in a FIA backpack.
Yeah, no, I'm hidden behind some of the wall, definitely, and windbreakers.
All squad leads, this is Hydra Actual. Let me know if we need RPG fire and specific target for RPG fire. Until then, I will hold off.
Gunmetal has Overwatch.
Do we have any idea where the HVT, what vehicle is in?
Negative.
Tombstone Actual, this is Hydra Actual. Do we have any intel on which vehicle HVT's in? I forgot I had a pizza in. God damn it.
Convoy approaching the checkpoint. BTR troop transport. 3 BTRs at the front, troop transport. Would suspect and friendly HVT is in the troop transport. If able, check the back. Hydra Actual, this is Gunmetal Actual. If we're going to engage this convoy, would suggest RPG at the front BTR.
A-firm.
Not yet, hold fire.
Holding.
Azrael, can you confirm if our friend is in the troop transport? Over. Somebody talk, convoy's moving.
Jaeger will let you know we've got a good overview. Convoy 42-5. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Hydra fire!
Fuck!
Last minute? What happened to stopping them before they got to the checkpoint?
Gunmetal actual to all call signs. Friendly BTR approaching convoy from the rear. Will engage rear BTR.
Acknowledge.
Affirm.
General squad lead, we have 30 minutes to find that entry, to find our boy and get him out of there.
Okay, you keep your Mickey Mouse. 30 minutes to find him and get out.
I want to talk about fucking shit show. Gunmetal, hydroaxle, how copy?
All call signs be advised.
Hydra, put yourself south.
Our friendly BTR's down there.
Gunmetal actual, this is hydroaxle. Move that BTR, that secondary explosion.
I also have 3 warheads if you need them.
Affirm.
Let me stick with you. Let me provide you security.
This is Jaeger asking for a sit rep.
Hydra squad, where the fuck are the rest of you guys? I have eyes on yellow and darken.
Reaper's down in the stream right now, moving towards where the convoy ended up.
I see Cook.
I see you, Cooks. All squad leads be advised, BTR re-engaging.
Hey, what channel are we again?
Direction south.
42-5?
Yes. Fuck, of course it's fucking short.
Right.
I'm out of warhead.
I have warheads.
Drop.
Packs drop.
This is Jaeger, tilting to commandeer enemy BGR.
Pick pack.
I think, gunmetal got good.
Probably. Alright, hydroaxle, let's fucking move ourselves south. Let's get inside the St. Philippe, or St. Philippe Pierre, whatever fucking saint this is.
So we weren't supposed to be attacking.
Jaeger has reclaimed enemy BTR.
When they were at the checkpoint.
Because nobody fucking called out that they needed an RPG to fucking be fired until fucking the BTRs were already halfway through the fucking town and I had zero visual on it. Shots hard right, shots hard right. You're good. Don't have anything to fix you though, but yeah, you're good.
Covering fire.
You're actually not bleeding, you're just uncon. Surprisingly. What the fuck? Dude, what the Oh my boy, it's a fucking hike.
I'm gonna wait. Yep. Wait 30 more seconds after Gun gets in. Gun, get in the van. Jeep, whatever.
We're gonna not look at the fact. Are we gonna just ignore the fact that Wolfgang's just sitting down on the ground next to us?
I am dead. Wolf,
we're good.
Wolf, are you in the back? Wolfgang's in the back seat.
Dark, get in. We got one last seat.
Are we sure he's in? Because it doesn't look like he's in.
On my screen, he's in, so he's in.
Okay.
AK, do we still want friendly spawning all the way back at Lawrence?
Is he hanging out for you?
A firm.
So, what happened to Gunmetal?
They died. They died a couple times trying to get into that BTR. I got into it because no one was into it. I thought we ditched it, and I started shooting on the guys on the right side of the
Hey,
van.
all
I got
copy
RPG
advised. Hey,
front.
we're getting pinched by the east and west from the enemy.
Reaper's on the dirt road to the west.
I think we gotta pull out of this.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking we can't sustain this fight.
I'm definitely thinking I don't like having scripted losses where no one gives us any information. We're gonna die. You absolute moron. We're gonna die.
You just drove us into a fucking military installation that's not ours.
Oh shit, did I?
Yes.
You're literally in Levy right now.
But maybe all the Levy guys just fucked off. They all got.
You know what? I like your positive thinking. I really do. I love it.
They all hopped on that convoy and they decided
We're going the wrong way still, you fool.
No. He's going the right way. He just needs to get to that MSR that's up there. Go out and around though. You can't go straight. You can't go straight. You can't go straight. There's a sandball while and.
I have conflicting orders. What is going on?
No, go out this way and then take a right.
Okay. Don't even take a right. There's a dirt road. Go straight onto the dirt road. It's gonna be a front right.
See, that's still right.
All the way through the woods.
I'll call sign of advice. Friendly Jeep approaching from the fields to the north.
I love your eyelashes.
Alright. All the Lefty guys, they just they got drunk or they left on that convoy, so we're good.
That's what it was. They just didn't hear us enter.
Look, they confused this Jeep for one of theirs.
Even though it's clearly marked FIA on the side.
Well, they only heard the sound because they were all so drunk that they were blind.
You know what? I like it. I like the thought process. It's very Picasso.
Hey, you gotta spice it up.
Alright, I'm gonna cut my semi-burnt pizza now because I forgot it in the oven as I was trying to unfuck whatever the fuck we were doing.
One of these times,
I'm on the way
gonna burn your house down.
Bringing 4 of them.
Ended for Jaeger.
Your ass answer for me.
They have found where they have put him. It would appear one of the trucks broke off and went to the houses just to the right side of Outer St. Pierre.
Imagine at the end of this, we just lose more FIA soldiers by getting captured.
I mean, if we lose enough FIA soldiers, then we don't get to play the FIA, right? Is that really a con? Is that really a con? The current 2 FIA missions we've had have not gone the best.
I think we need to have one that's scripted that we actually win.
Hello, monkeys.
All I gotta say is, it would be funny that at the end of this, everyone that's on the FI team gets captured somehow. That'd be pretty fun.
It'd be a shitty situation.
It would be funny. I didn't say it would be good.
I think it'd piss people off.
I'm not gonna go up the mountain. I'm probably just gonna go hook right after all this.
Well, we've gone through. We cleared Vernon, so we need to be able to get through fucking there.
Look, as long as no one mentions my fuck up about driving into
Tucson, can you re-clarify on the houses with stretch?
Just came over comms. You were squeaky, Alvin. So don't know if I heard you.
We're on the way back.
Can you clarify what you had said in terms of the possible HVT location.
I'm not there. I don't know.
We just see a truck outside
Hydra,
the house.
recommend you change your route.
Outside the house, and you'll find the house.
Repeat, I didn't hear it.
Trey, why are you saying I changed my route? I'm with you.
Oh, motherfucking... Alright, well, let's clench our fucking buttholes.
What do you? Why are you saying me? Yeah, I'm not driving. I'm just with you.
I know. I'm saying clench our fucking buttholes because there's a fucking roadblock here.
Yeah, but it's ours. We already secured.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not. Oh, it's not. Oh.
I'm going to murder you.
That's Texas's fault.
I did not realize that we did not have this town, so I apologize.
What do you mean? Who's your squad leader?
Clip the rest of that.
Who do I need to yell at later?
I'm technically under arrow, but I'm
under. He's actually an Op 4. He's an he would be I believe this is what they call an Op 4 spy.
I'm a double agent. I thought I miscommunicated that town with this one.
Well, this is the right town.
Yeah, we just poked the hornet's nest back there. It's okay. They don't need to. It's okay. It's all okay.
We're looking for a truck that split off from the main group and went to a group of houses. I don't know where or when or
Hydra
how,
Squad.
but
Who else is alive still down here?
Go this way.
Singer, clip the rest
just
of
take
that,
us off the road.
I died.
Park.
Oh.
I'm gonna park us up. Oh, that's friendly.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, just stop the. Don't put it right next to him. Go, Run! Get away from the.
Jamshid no like. Jamshid leave. Woo!
God, no! Return to all squad leads. What's the situation on the ground?
Tombstone, I found an enemy transport truck.
Heard, have you located our guy?
Negative right now, sweeping.
Heard. Back in combat. He may still have some clothing of ours. We don't know what condition he is. Also have a guard detail to protect him. He's a high value asset to them, so don't expect him to go lightly.
He died right in front of my eyes, gun. I watched you die.
Did you redeem me?
We opened the barn door and the guy laying prone managed to empty an entire mag into my chest.
Yep, that checks out.
Yep.
So I guess
what do we have to do?
I guess we go back.
Well, I just got fucking 40 mic'd.
I feel like we have to find a vehicle station so we can get a vehicle and head back.
Let's get in the truck.
I'm looking for truck. I know find truck. No truck available. Where's spawn point for truck?
Zero to say.
Hang on.
He's getting it. Game master from that shit. Yeah, it sounds good.
I have the power of God on my side.
In anime.
Don't fuck with me. Alright, let's go.
All copy advised. We have sniper in the church tower.
On my
also,
server,
kind of
I
cringe that we have to spawn all the way back here and go all the way to St. Pierre.
Yep.
On my server, I love to just pick people up and just drop them.
Just a 3.5 click drive. It's good.
It's only a small drive.
I love having Op 4 on a fucking 20-man op. This is fucking
Keep,
awesome.
moving down.
I see that Trey's having a grand time. What's our player count, Zero?
There's friendlies in the church, allegedly. Some of my boys are in the church.
30 total, 24 friendly, 6.
Lovely.
Like, stop shooting RPGs at the top of the church if that is friendly fire.
Hey,
do not yell at John Sheep. Going way off.
Fucking everyone tonight if I have to.
What do you mean?
Stay on the dirt road here.
Yeah, that's where I was staying.
Okay. I didn't know if you were going down the MSR.
No, I was not. I've already learned due to Texas's fucking mistake. Do not go on MSR until past Vernon, because there are other road checkpoints that are very aggressive.
We made an op the other night on our server where you had to go down a support a fallen helicopter, and you ended up having to fight your way out of a cave. It was pretty badass.
I just found a couple caves earlier today.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a few caves down here in the southeast.
On our op, so if we want afterward, we're gonna do a milsim op on our server. We only got 14 places for 14 people,
Have
but
we found our
2 squads all we need.
What's your server name?
Oh, it's our old SF, our old team. When we get out of here, I'll make sure you get it.
Yeah,
sure. I may not be staying up. Depends on how late this one goes.
Fuck, this one should be fucking. This one should not
have
take
a problem with people ever going in and playing around if they want. So,
sure. Hey, there's a tree there.
Fuck off, Zero. It did not want to turn.
For the milsim people, I'll let some of you guys have admin, no problem.
I'm trying my best to navigate through this fucking goddamn Ardennes ass forest.
Well, you're about to come up on the quarry here.
Burn. Tell by its sexy gates.
You talking about how wide it is, or are you talking about the actual gates?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Both.
This is where I lost shaded.
Yeah, we
you know what? I don't.
Hey, stay on that.
If I go straight on that thing, that goes into a fucking town that's not ours.
Durus. Okay.
Yeah.
Durus there. I thought we were all the way down to Vernon.
Oh, I could probably take this one though,
go
right?
Go right.
Yep. Thank you, Zero, for the late call out.
That's where I learned how to fly my helicopter.
Go left.
What do you mean go left? I'm already going right.
Hold on. Found the HVT.
You're a bit late for that.
You found the HVT?
No, they killed him. They killed HVT.
Oh, they killed the HVT. Oh.
The enemy killed the HVT?
Slow down.
Yes.
I'm coming. Concern the squad leads. Did I hear this right? Enemies have killed HVT?
Yes.
That's what's being reported. Alright, what do you need?
Oh my God.
I did. It's shot.
Are we sure? Because he's a high value target to them.
I'm positive. I accidentally picked one of the radios up when we were switching to their.
I got bandage on you.
You're gonna take a foot trail
and
right
I
here.
heard them say that they killed him.
Go right here in a second.
I got Sailing. Give me 1 second.
I love how they go.
I think they killed him on accident. I don't think they did it on purpose. I think it was a friendly fire thing. Like they killed him on accident, but he's definitely dead.
Yeah, I'm with the Hydro here. We're still hoofing it through the hills.
Bird, if HVT is dead,
You advise we're still huffing it through the trees.
then go ahead and RTB for the time being.
To the trees where.
Oh.
We're getting a call to RTB because the HBT is dead.
We are quickly running out of time, less than 10 minutes to get back.
Did you just say Has anyone confirmed that the HVT is dead?
Affirm, RTB.
I'm not the kind of guy who doesn't monitor who's in net.
I'm not in town.
Oh, but we just got done.
Hydro's also not in town.
Everybody saw a dead body that was the HVT.
Yes, I seen his dead body after they killed him.
God, this op's gonna cluster
Like they friendly fired him and killed him. I don't think they meant to kill him, but it was they friendly fired him and killed him, and I seen his dead body.
All right,
This op's going great.
Get everyone
What you
out.
mean?
It sounds like the milsim op that we're gonna do tonight will happen fairly quickly.
Fuck at this moment of life.
But you were definitely
Gunslingers, you might as well just get on the main road, dude. If we get back to base quicker.
I'm working on it. How the fuck?
Radio chat confirm.
What the fuck did AK just ask?
Just beat right through the town.
The town we're being shot at from.
least this is gunmetal.
Well, that's the easiest way to get back.
South side of Vernon and then move back and forth. BTR is not going to be able to.
That's the easiest way to get back.
Or through Duras by itself.
Yeah, I may or may not have driven one of the vans filled with everybody through not only Levy,
we
but
all
also
died.
Ross.
Man,
Alright.
died.
Yesterday you got a bunch of...
Dude, what was that? Why did Command collapse?
I killed a
All
fuckload of them.
squads on net. Does anyone have people in Vernon?
It was me.
The majority of us are here in Vernon. I count.
I think you should just hang up
Regroup with the BTR.
I count 11 or 12 here in Vernon, Trey.
Zero, you're on the runs.
Back to Vernon, dude, because I'm not gonna bother with that shit. We're way too
I
fucking
count
far.
11 or 12 in Vernon, Trey.
No,
Zero. You're in the runs.
Bro, why did you knife me? Why did you shoot me, dude?
Shit. My bad, Trey. Fucking stupid. We're back in the runs.
Hey, firm, get your actual.
Hydra, is there anybody still alive out there?
Whoever's in, the other town is, I don't know. BTR back, but...
Alright, well, attempt to get yourself a ride. If anything, take the quickest way out and get your ass back into RTB.
Fuck,
and he got
fucking
killed.
I wish there was a modify the radio noise versus proxy like
It's already going to shit. It looked like a COD death, dude. A COD death scene. It was insane. I was seeing you shoot them, and then I'll fucking yell when you die. It was so fucking cool.
Gunmetal actual to all call signs. Was anybody left in St. Pierre?
Alright, fine. Fuck you, gunslinger.
Any of Hydra in St. Pierre?
You're locked in with me.
Meet up with with Gunmetal Actual. Gunmetal Actual, I just put the call out to my squad if there's any survivors in St. Pierre to go to you guys.
Thank you, good copy.
It's an amazing fucking clip to sing.
No, you stay the fuck down there.
I think that BTR is having trouble starting.
Wait, no.
He's got it started.
And coolest shit ever I've seen in my time in our life.
Johnny, help, I'm bleeding out.
Don't worry, Leodo, I killed him.
So is this Broken Arrow again?
Probably.
You're bleeding out from where?
But Leodo's bleeding out. I'm gonna try to save him.
From where?
Fucking help me, dude.
He's not bleeding out. There's no bandage thing indicator for you.
Say it won't let me.
Really, then why the fuck am I bandaging right now?
That's excellent. That's an excellent question. Don't know. It was not letting us say that. It did not say you had an injury.
Alright, Leodo, are we cool? Truce?
No, I know.
I'm calling a truce.
I heard you.
You don't want to pull a Mustang and get kicked. No. You survived. I died. I actually technically have not killed you yet.
Fuck. It was for nothing, Buck. We
How the fuck did I get shot?
Well, fuck.
They killed the HVT.
Who did?
I don't fucking know, Buck. They
I
said
think
the
one of
HVT was
us
dead.
accidentally did.
I don't fucking know.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
Who's the fuck in charge of this bullshit? Yo, who's in charge of this shit?
Platoon mama. Platoon mama.
Yes.
I've watched you get shot in the head by a suppressed sniper.
Yeah, around the fucking barn.
No, when you were running across the road, you got shot in the head. Remember?
Oh yeah. I know, because I was going to a body to loot some shit.
Most amazing fucking clip ever.
Yeah.
In the thing, dude. With me and Buck, it was insane.
No, Truce, Leono, I don't want to.
Everybody else had a fucking good time. Like,
Dude, Ron, you joined
everyone on the other team had a great time. Like,
So we can only hold 14. So
Yeah.
if we do the op after.
Let's see what AK has planned, because I don't know with this being so short and whatnot. I mean, I know it is later than normal, so like maybe he's gonna run something afterwards. I don't know though. If he doesn't run anything afterwards, then that's fine. We can ask to see who all wants to hop in.
I'll go do anything else right now.
Yeah, I'll let Kibo bring it up.
Yeah, I'd do that. And just keep a like mental note that you might get a bunch of people that want to play something that didn't go as disasterly, but we'll see.
The ones we've been doing are like one life ops.
Squad leads, please remind all of your squad members to stop throwing grenades and smokes and RPGs. Thank you.
Yeah, no pressure.
I try to
You
warn
don't even
y'all.
fucking hear anymore?
Oh, no, I hear you.
I hear you.
I still hear you, Dub.
His headset's been dying. His headset's been dying.
No, I still hear him. I still hear him.
No,
Yeah, I still hear him.
This guy's headphone has been dying.
My headset
but I
died
still-
twice, but it's because my PlayStation gets hot and the stick on the back. For some reason,
Hold
it'll
on,
disconnect.
squad lead. I got a squad lead meeting. Kibo, squad lead. I just moving.
Yeah, I think we normally do something on Sunday as well. I think Sunday we do it on Sunday, so it's just a random mob. Hopefully it'll be a US one. US ones is where it's at. It's Russian, and FIA, I don't know, they just...
Wait for everyone to get here. We're missing Trey. Jaeger Actual, this is Gunman on Actual, can you hear me?
Send it!
When you got a moment, can you come over to the bridge, please?
When I have a moment, can I do what?
Come over to the bridge, please.
Squad lead meeting. Bridge.
I'm here. Hello.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna just ask a question first, because the answer to my question will base the rest of my conversation. Can you all hear me on channel 42?
Are you talking on it right now? No.
No, not right now. Okay.
I acknowledged it every time I heard you.
I know. I'm going to turn on channel 42. And I want to make sure that everyone can hear me. Can you all hear me on channel 42?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I will admit that I do not know if I was out of range, but at least 7 times I've counted tonight. I have called for all of you, and one of you has answered. That's not me like yelling. It's not me bitching or yelling at you guys. I'm just pointing out an issue I was having. Because from what I could tell tonight, and I don't know if the op is over, and I don't know if we're staging something else or whatnot. But in case we are, well, if it is, there's something to make sure that we're paying attention to in the future if we're out of range, because it might have just been me. To watch for radio calls and whatnot. So, I mean, I think that was an issue tonight, definitely.
Yeah, sometimes it gets lost just between proxy chat, squad chat, and then that as well. Like, there's sometimes, like, I can't even, thank God we can see who's talking now, but there's sometimes I have no idea.
Yes.
And then in combat, too, like, I'm not focused on trying to speak when I'm actively being shot at, but
I'm not
I get what
yelling
you're
at
saying.
anybody. I'm just saying, I'm just pointing out an issue tonight. Also, I'd like to point out, and I don't know how you guys are feeling about this, but tonight's op was absolute dog shit.
I think it probably would have went. I think it may have went a little bit smoother if we were provided a little bit more information. There was a lot of confusion with the first convoy that went through the town, and then the second one.
Yeah, I had no idea what y'all were doing so close behind us when we were up there in the hills.
We didn't.
We were on a time crunch.
Yeah, and I understand that, but it would have been probably a little bit easier for us to identify. Hey.
That was me responding.
Maybe the makeup of the convoy or what was the HVT wearing or what's he going to be wearing.
Further, we can still hear you guys from.
I got it. I got it. Hey, everybody, stay close.
I got a few choice words. Hold on. I got a few choice words.
Okay, we're getting teleported. Okay. But no, so this is, I'm going to give a little rant, and if you guys agree with me, you can. If you've got another opinion, just voice it. We're all adults here. First of all, so we're joining in at 9:45 Eastern Standard Time, or 21:45 for anyone that wants to be Hua. And then you want us to listen to a small brief. I got it. And then you want us to grab our kits when all the boxes are fucked up. Just put down a single arsenal and let us sort through the shit. It's not that hard. And then you're dealing with 1,800 questions. That I understand. It's very stressful being the GM or the whatever the fuck. Yeah, the game master. I get that. But if you're going to have us join in 45 minutes later than what you had anticipated from last night, the op should have already been set up. Everything should have been fixed and done. You should not be putting in last-minute additions while we're all here trying to understand what's going on. Second, why would you give us a time crunch that tight? We are resistance fighters. If we're going to play the FIA, play it like the FIA. They do not go off timelines. Rebel fighters do not have a timeline. They get information and they act on it. Okay, one convoy passes through. That's not the convoy we're looking for. If that's not it, commit to us. Tell us that. Like, hey, that's not the convoy you're looking for. Because that's one of the times I called for everybody and no one fucking answered. Again, we already squashed that issue. I'm not saying it was anybody's actual fault. I could have been out of range. Makes total sense. And then the second convoy comes through. Now this one I will kind of be a little picky about because you had all answered me before when I said that the BTR was going to be on Overwatch. And no one answered when the convoy stopped and I had asked, do we have PID on our HVT inside of the truck? No one said anything. Because I was waiting to tell Gunslinger to fire at the front vehicle. And then by the time we got any sort of fucking answer, the convoy was already outside the town.
Oh, 100%. Like, I was fucking pissed. I was fucking livid about that.
About that from Goober was that they didn't even stop for the code words. They didn't even know if it was the right fucking convoy. They just started shooting as soon as they got there.
So I was at the backside of the town, and I didn't get the call to do anything until it had reached us at the backside of town. I gave a quick call, hey, just shoot that thing, because I was told to engage.
I called you up. I said, because they didn't stop the convoy. They initially stopped the convoy, but they didn't check. And that's something that it could have been easier done with us. Maybe had everyone get out of the vehicle to acknowledge, just check or whatever. But as soon as they passed through, no one was stopping. And then that's when I called up and said, hey, the convoy came through the front. Please engage. Please engage.
Yeah. By the time they came through, they were moving fast. I'll give them that. They were moving fast.
Well, that's the thing there is that there was no reason for them. Yeah, and the thing is there is that I don't know how many other people had RPGs in squads and whatnot, but like I'm sitting there on the side, lined up on the lead BTR, and I'm waiting for somebody to tell me anything. Like, hey, go ahead. And the only time I was told that shit was most of that fucking convoy was already through fucking town, and I had 0 fucking shots besides on that last BTR.
So I don't know if AK did this, but I know, first of all, Op 4 on a 19-man op is not what the rules say. The rules state, and Overlord has said this, we do not implicate Op 4 until there are 30 people in the server. So that's kind of bullshit, especially with it being all of Harrow. That's fucked. Maybe 2 dudes, but there should not be anywhere near close to an equivalent of us. Second with that, he could have definitely utilized Op 4 to drive that convoy as enemies, so that way we could have actually been like notional, like, hey, that's an enemy convoy. We are dressed as the enemies. They get out, because the AI would fucking shoot us, but Op 4 wouldn't. We could actually have a conversation and roleplay the whole lake thing with the code word. That would have made sense. If you're going to implicate Op 4 in this, they shouldn't actually be a fucking force. They should be role players. So that has me really pissed, especially because, yet again, I was down there in Laurens, between Laurens and St. Pierre, trying to get an answer from all of you if anybody was still in St. Pierre, because we could use them to back up the BTR so we could get the BTR back to base, because enemies were in Duras. We were not going to be able to take the BTR back with enemies in Duras, because we just drove through there and they almost fucked us up.
Trying to have a great story with that.
Well, and then I'm sitting there on the road. I'm sitting there off the side of the road, talking, trying to get an answer from you guys, and then I hear this. Hey, shh. And lo and behold, here comes fucking Op 4 up the fucking road.
Yeah. No, I didn't even
6-1.
I didn't even get into St. Pierre. The closest I got was to the Y, where the SSR and the MSR
I don't
split.
think there was much planning there.
I don't think there was a lot. I don't. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You're good. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Talk.
I gave you. I don't think there was much planning for the op. I think there was a really big idea, and the small pictures that formed the big one just weren't in order.
I think the biggest probably gripe that we're all talking about is just the lack of information.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I mean, even the execution of it, just it worked out well when we took over.
The lack of information that we had, there was call up. We were trying to get more clarification. Hey, what's this? What's that? The net, obviously, the net was being clogged. Information was trying to come down and flow back up, but we were so preoccupied in getting that and then relaying information, and just the confusion caused all this.
I think it'd be much easier if everyone can use big 48, but for a specific reason, you need a reason to use 48.
I'm not saying that we need to go back to the radio backpack to have it kind of help, but at this moment in life, that would make you wouldn't have. At least I'm not sure that we've had those issues with the radio backpacks, because then you would always kind of have that constant radio connection with them.
I don't necessarily disagree with you, but what I would say is one thing I think we can all agree on is that the radio chatter gets to a certain point. So it may be just whoever's going to be designated as the numbers that we have of one person that actually, as a squad leader, they carry the radio. So that way they carry 3 different nets. One will be an actual platoon net, and then 2 could be their squad, and then somebody else. So that way the information is not getting convoluted between whoever is trying to call down and get the information.
So the other option, instead of carrying a radio backpack, is literally just to pick up a second radio.
Yeah, that's my thought too.
Yeah,
I know some factions that's more feasible than others. Like the radio we're carrying right now weighs 3 kilos. That's a lot, especially when the American one weighs like 1.5. But something else that I tried from the GM perspective, I know Overlord does it a lot, is you just got to place antennas. And that way we don't need the radio backpack for range. Because when we started the op, I realized that we were out of radio range and I couldn't get in touch with AK, so I stopped and placed down a few antennas, but I didn't know how far down we were going. So I don't think I placed enough, maybe, or had them close enough together, because I had no idea where exactly we were going to finish up at. Heck, I was just told I'm going to that radio tower, then I didn't know what was going on there. That's why I called, like, hey, what are we doing next?
Well, I also don't think you guys were given anywhere near enough time. Like, so.
Oh yeah, no.
We all played in this game. The 5 of us standing here, 6 of us standing here.
I can be left out. I understand.
I was definitely not including myself. Anyway, how dare you assume it was you? Anyway.
I'm just. If we're being completely honest, I'm just angry tonight.
Yeah.
I am not. This is.
You can't give us a fucking timeline and then start it. And
While
then,
people are still prepping?
Exactly. So, okay. I'm going to try and explain this as calmly as possible.
I think what you're probably trying to say, or maybe what would have been better, is the timeline should have been initiated once Reaper was at the last tower, and then the rest of the convoy could have moved.
Not specifically. It's the fact that if you've played this game for 20 minutes and you've been in a vehicle, you know that vehicles can go on roads, they can go on dirt. They cannot go on footpaths, and depending on what kind of terrain you're on, especially off-road, vehicles cannot travel that way. I remember Zero saying at some point, hey, Tombstone, our vehicle didn't have enough four-wheel drive. That means that he just sent you on
powers a few times.
Yeah, that means he sent you on terrain that vehicle cannot go through, or if not any vehicle.
No, to be fair, I did pick our route because I knew, like, well, I can't just take the MSR or the dirt roads. I've got to go around a little bit, especially to get up to the tower there. And I'm not going to drive right by the quarry. I expected that quarry to be guarded.
Exactly, but you knew that. So why? And I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm saying there's a 30-minute timeline to get somewhere that far away.
Oh, that's five clicks.
It's not at all feasible, especially when you have to take different routes and you know for a fact that vehicle is going to have a hard time traversing it. And then at some point you said you had to end up on foot. And of course, he sends a vehicle from here to there. You could have just spawned it there and went, oh, here you go. Your vehicle would have actually made it up that shit in real life, or you could have done it. I don't know.
He sent a 3-seater.
He did send a 3-seater.
You sent the wrong fucking vehicle. It's just, it's those types of like little mishaps that fuck up the op, especially when we're on a timeline. Luckily, he gave it to us. He gave us the code word because I'll tell you right now, you didn't make it there in time.
Yeah, no, we were 1,000% not in time.
I thought it didn't take us 30 minutes to get there, but...
Oh, well, Zero, that's, we did not make it in time.
You got it like a 7-minute late start. Like, when I said 8:30 was the time, or the 10:30 was the time, dude, he was already 10:10.
Oh, you had fault here, yeah?
I did, yeah.
Did he know there was a fucking roadblock that we weren't supposed to go through in Durst?
He did, because I briefed it, and it was on the map that I just erased.
Yeah, I synced it on the map.
And did he know that we weren't supposed to go into Levy?
Yeah, because I told him that's why the reason why we were bypassing all that, we weren't taking the main MSR, we were taking the ASR to parallel the road.
Okay. He said yes, he understood all that. And I'm not trying to get on to you, because if I have to get on to Texas after, I will.
I could talk to him.
He drove us into Levy, and then we yelled at him he was going the wrong goddamn way. I 100% expected AK to blow us the fuck up.
Oh, 100%.
And then we reversed and went the right way, and I'm watching the map, trying to figure out what's going on down in Vernon. And then I realize I see Gunslinger's name on the main road. I'm like, hey, Gunslinger, you need to change your route. And he goes, what do you mean? I'm riding with you. I went, oh, shit. And I said, Frontier, what are you doing? We don't have this checkpoint. He goes, yeah, we do. This is Vernon. I said, you son of a bitch. And then all the Russians started shooting at us.
I'm not going to lie.
And Darkin died. And Darkin was the first to die.
I'm not going to lie. There at the end, I didn't give a fuck. I had the BTR go straight by Levy and then take the main road all the way down. I said, fuck it.
No.
I don't know what they're doing.
I don't think they're shooting at us, but they're definitely shooting at each other.
Yeah, I have no idea what the hell's going on down there.
I don't know. We definitely missed out on the debrief.
I don't care.
I'm okay with the debrief.
I can fix
Stop
this real quick.
shooting, please.
This is our debrief.
I'm just...
So, am I wrong, or has every op AK has made it solo been kind of nitpicked and shitty?
I don't...
It's not that they're nitpicked and shitty, it's just the fact that, like, it's just...
Having a meeting.
What happened down there?
I would almost argue, from my perspective...
Explained how it went.
You explained how it went, or do you want to listen to the squad leads and their entire thing?
Brief me on it.
Okay, I got this.
Trust me, I know tonight wasn't great.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, AK. That was a fucking shit show.
I agree.
I am frustrated, one, because we had Op 4. Not because it's Op 4, but because we had 19 to 22 people. God damn it, that is not 30. And I appreciate you for doing things, but no. We had this written down. I don't care if Op 4 is going to make it at least a little more challenging. We don't need all a Harrow over there, one, when there's 20 of us. Because we're already fighting AI and Harrow. Two, I got fucking RPG'd by the goddamn fuckers.
Sorry,
I'm kind of frustrated with that, but that's just gameplay. I'm not mad at that.
Can I explain? Can I explain why I activated Op 4? Because it's not for the reason
I would love to hear the reasoning.
Okay, the only reason why I activated Op 4 is because the AI can't drive worth a shit. That is it.
Neither can fucking Op 4 since they drove right through the goddamn roadblock.
No, so that I had stated while we were talking that if you were going to use Harrow tonight as Op 4, they should have been exclusively role players and not combatants. I could understand activating Harrow to do things that AI cannot do. That would have made total sense. But then, there at the end, when I'm trying to get information on if anybody's left in St. Pierre or what's going on with the squads, because no one, and Squad Lead's already talked about our radio comm issues that we were having, that no one was fucking answering anybody. But I then heard a voice coming up the road say, hey, shh. And here comes Op 4 and just completely schwacks me.
If y'all are still here,
like, what the fuck?
We'll talk about this later.
Again, they can hear your voices, but I can't just give them. I can't give them just a roleplay ability because they can't just control AI.
No,
I can't just not give them guns.
No, that's not what I'm saying. So, the instance I was talking about, right, was the second convoy that came through that we were supposed to stop and check for our dude, right?
Yeah.
If Op 4 was in those vehicles, right, driving, right, no AI, just them, we could have initiated an entire roleplay scenario where we have the code word, we're dressed in enemy uniforms, Harrow gets out of the vehicles, they have a little standoff like, hey, you know, what's the passphrase? Hey, it's this. Hey, you know, who are you transporting in that truck? You don't need to know. This and that, the other thing. And then all of a sudden maybe the firefight breaks out right there at the checkpoint. Instead, nobody fucking answers, and then the convoy just drives right through.
Yeah, because they're at that point they're alerted.
I get that, but there was no comms on that. Like, and even and I don't if they were there, I don't know if they were because I couldn't really tell because that interaction took all of like 30 seconds. Was any of Op 4 even in those vehicles?
Yes, Op 4 was in each of those vehicles, and I was there for that, and I was listening to the entire conversation because I told them, and they to my book they played it just fine. I told them to listen to any orders you guys had. So had you guys before they got alerted said, hey, we need to check what you have, blah 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 blah. They would have stopped. They would have listened after they heard the passcode. But they asked like 3 or 4 times, "What's the passcode? What's the passcode? What's the passcode?" Didn't get a good response. Didn't get the code response, and then they took off, which in my book is fine. At that point, if they've asked 3 or 4 times and not just like in the matter of 10 seconds, then that's fine for them to be alerted and drive off. Now I told them to.
Go ahead.
I told them to turn around because they weren't supposed to drive all the way to Philly. They weren't supposed to do that. Had they just driven to the outside of Vernon, I would have been A-okay with that because that makes sense. They quickly got out of that ambush to get relocated.
Don't even shoot that man.
Hang on.
So that part I'll put on Op 4. They shouldn't have gone to St. Perry. Shouldn't have happened. So I'll take
just waiting
for
on.
that one.
Yeah, I was just waiting on 0.
I didn't tell them not to do that, and I probably should have.
0. Who was that?
So the issue.
Don't worry about it.
The issue that we had with that whole interaction area is not. It's not that hearing your side of it. It's not that anybody did anything wrong. It's so our biggest concern tonight as the squad leaders was one, the timeline problem. Because by the time anyone was able to even get moving through mass confusion, we were already like, oh, what the fuck? Okay. We were already like 10 minutes into the timeline, which gave 0 almost no time to get there. We are thankful that you played along with it and you gave us the information we needed when we did not meet the timeline at all. But then due to the mass miscommunication of everything, we weren't even set in that town by the time you sent that second one. And when we did finally get to where we needed to be, it was again initiated mass confusion when the vehicles started moving. And then by the time we even decided or were able to talk to each other, because the biggest problem I know we had tonight was that the squad leaders could not hear each other a majority of the time. Because I had moved the BTR, said I was going to be on Overwatch. I think two of the 4 confirmed. And then when I talked to them about how what?
I just need to ask a question. Is it that you guys couldn't hear comms just like because people weren't listening, or couldn't hear comms?
No, we couldn't hear each other.
Either or. Honestly, it's a little bit of either or because that's the downside that come down to this is that like.
It's a combination of the two.
Between proxy, squad, and radio, and then squad leaders.
For future reference, if that is happening, give me a shout, because it may just mean I need to place down a radio tower near you guys, and that will fix at least partial of it. I can't fix you guys not listening to each other, but I may be able to fix the armor side of it.
No,
so I'll take partial blame for that. 100%. That's on me.
Because the squad leaders that play in the server are 95% of the time they answer each other. Like sometimes you have to call once or twice to get Overlord, or sometimes and that's not because you're not listening to us. It's because you're doing the Game Master things. I don't know if you can access radio from that, so it takes a second.
Yeah. So when I'm taking control of guys, because I had to take control of the checkpoint guys to let those guys through, I asked code order, they reply, and then I'd quickly hop back out and quickly listen to see if there was anything said in like 20 seconds I was gone.
Yeah, and that's not even that's never an issue. The biggest thing that the squad leaders have tonight is that communication ability, not communication, but communication ability was all over the place, and the plan wasn't so clear. I know we did our little brief, but from what I recall, as soon as we entered at 9:45, so you would push the timeline for the op back 45 minutes, I assume, to give yourself more time to set this up. And then when we get in, and this is kind of me nitpicking, so this is going to seem a little aggressive and targeted, and I apologize, but it's just me go for it. In case
I got killed, dude. What do you want me to do about it?
Hold on.
Hey, stay on 42.
I've just switched it completely.
You're good, man.
Okay. So
we're just trying to
anyway, you push the time. I assume you push the timeline back 45 minutes to give yourself time to set up the op, correct?
Yeah, because I had a comp game for another thing I do, so I quickly came back and set this up. So yes.
Okay. Well, when we got in here, and I know you're trying to be really cool about giving us the access to multiple factions of gear, especially weapons. But that needs to be 100% done when people get in here, because I know it adds stress to you and to us as squad leaders when our guys are running around like assholes. I can't do this. I can't do that. Where is this? Where is that?
No, man,
and I don't know what fucked it up this time, because I literally placed down everything the same as I placed it last op.
I don't
know what the difference was.
My suggestion from now on, and this is to all the GMs, and I get you guys are doing the multiple box thing, so that way everything is less harder to find. But sometimes just leaving a single arsenal down so we can just sort through the 6 pages is going to be so much easier. Like, I know you were doing restrictions on stuff so people don't have access to everything, and I get that. I really do, because you're trying to make the op, you're trying to set the parameters so that way guys do have a challenge. I get it. But when we can't save our kits because the faction thing hasn't been changed, when mags haven't been spawned, when all this and that, and then we start adding in restricting the RPGs and restricting attachments and all this other shit. And again, I'm not saying it's bad ideas. I'm just saying it's poor execution. Because then the guys get in here, and what do they all immediately do? Start getting their kits, and then you want to talk to them. That's great, but 90% of them do not read the Discord right before an op. So there's that. And then as soon as you were done talking in the brief, you're telling us that there's a timeline that's about to start. No one's ready. And then by the time Reaper even starts their motion out to the tower, they're already like 7 minutes into a timeline that they're not going to be able to do because the route they're going to take is not traversable by vehicle. And like, even if they have to get out on foot, this isn't real life. They are burned into a timeline that they cannot get back. So, I don't mean to come off like an asshole or anything. I'm just trying to help. So next time you do this, because you're doing this by yourself, and I do appreciate that you're doing this for us, because Overlord isn't here, Shadeds isn't here, Zero isn't. I mean, he wasn't really doing any GM stuff tonight. He did some stuff to help, but it's not like he was included in helping you build, which I'm gonna admit that probably would have been a great idea to bring him in here to help you.
And so just to so the other points are all valid, but to touch on the point about the kits is you can ask Zero. The setting was already on. I don't know why it didn't happen.
Oh, that's I don't help with the GM stuff, so that's above me. So
I switched the boxes so that we would be able to save regardless of what faction you had. It took a solid 2 minutes for it to actually take effect.
Okay,
and I didn't switch any settings from last night, so I don't even know why those settings got switched back. If someone else came in,
I think that's just because they reset every time. No, I'm pretty sure that they do that naturally because I do my own little GM stuff, not with anybody but myself. I do like final stands and whatnot, and every time I load back into one of my saves, I have to switch the boxes every time.
Well, that's what this saves, but this server is open 24/7, so it never gets switched. Like we've never had to switch it prior till I guess today.
Well, then I'm unfamiliar with how that works.
Or if we restart the server, which a restart didn't happen between the end of last op and now.
Okay, that's okay. If that's how it went, if that's how it is, that's just how it is. I mean, that's just an issue that has to be fixed like immediately. Then I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But again, your other
being Arma.
Yeah, I'm not dismissing your other points. Like your other points are valid, and I'm not blaming anyone tonight. It was kind of a collective of everything. So, yeah.
If we could, if we could definitely get a little bit more time. It was just as you stated, everything culminated into a process where we felt with the time constraint that it was like, oh, okay, where if we maybe wouldn't have had the time constraint, maybe we would have asked a little bit more information of like, okay, hey, do we know the mock-up of the convoy? Is the HVT going to be wearing a certain gear or certain outfit? It just portrayed into what we executed.
Yeah, because I remember at the beginning of that, as soon as you said timeline, Trey was like that. Trey and Zero were like, "All right, that means we gotta fucking go. Let's go. They're trying to rush everybody out of there.
And I don't think the timeline at the point was bad. I think the timeline to start out with was the bad part.
I think this is kind of just throwing this out there. Would it be feasible to do basically a squad leader brief on Discord so that way the squad leaders are already aware of what the op is, so that way when everyone jumps in,
that's something I have been wanting forever.
All that happens is the squad leaders, once they jump in, they brief them.
I'm not opposed to that at all, but this is probably like one of the few times that I'll be running shit.
Yeah.
So
even as admins, there's a few times when Overlord has an op going on that we don't know anything until we get in.
I'll tell you right now, minus the ops that I've set up, I never know what's going on until I'm told, hey, we got to build this.
Fair enough. I'm just kind of looking for simplicity here. If the simplicity is going to allow the fluid transition of everyone jumps in, we kit up, or the parameters are already established inside Discord, or even just putting it on there or something, that way we already have somewhat of a knowledge coming into it, so that way we don't feel maybe pressured, or maybe there's a time constraint, or nobody knows what's going on. We can kind of
to Bionic's point, and I know Gunslinger can back me up, and I don't like doing this because it makes me sound like a fucking chotch. In reality, inside of the Army, if there's an operation going on, and I'm gonna just use this from like the most basic view, because
I don't know how to brief that, because I can sure do that.
No, I got it. I'm gonna go from like how my briefs go. The BC talks to the company commanders and the first sergeants. The company commanders and the first sergeants talk to the PSGs and the PLs. The PLs and the PSGs talk to the squad leaders. The squad leaders talk to the men, or talk to the team leaders. Team leaders talk to the men. There is such a long chain of dissemination of information before the men know what's going on. And when Bionic is saying like the squad leaders know what's going on before we get into the op, there is literally a voice chat in the Discord called the Officers Club, and all of the squad leaders should be in that. And I'm not saying it would be any less chaotic trying to have even all of us retards in a voice chat, but maybe just like a join and shut the fuck up and listen to Overlord. Whoever's running the op, we just all join the call and we all shut the fuck up.
And you can do it while you're building.
Yeah, and if there's questions at the end, there's questions at the end. But I know the squad leaders are really good at just shutting the fuck up when people are talking. They're doing it right now.
Yeah,
I can stop if you want.
Yeah, I can start talking and being loud and annoying if you really wanted me to.
And I don't disagree with your point. And I think the admins that are here, I think we should bring it up as a potential idea that we should start doing. Because I don't disagree with that idea at all.
The only op that we knew what was going on beforehand was when Gunslinger and I sat together at the Arland op. Because Overlord literally said, "Hey, we're storming Arland here. Y'all come up with a plan." That's the only time we've had any sort of pre-op indication of what we're doing.
Which I was at the bar drinking. It was a really great time.
And again, like I said, I'm not opposed to that idea at all. I've just continued how Elite's been doing it. But I do agree. I think that would be a much better idea.
I think the one issue that we ran into, especially with that op itself, Zero, was the fact of like how many did we have actually show up?
Like squad leaders?
Out of the squad lead for that Arland planning of op, like
it's just me and you.
Yeah, that's
you
my
were
point.
At the bar, so I essentially came up with the whole plan myself.
Hey, I was helping a little bit, you know.
It was a damn good plan.
I think the biggest issue with that is to literally eliminate the confusion.
Well, you'd have to get the squad leads to actually join into the Discord thing, and that's one thing that I've noticed, and it's a common issue across the board. Because again, like I of course can't go back and probably check to see how many people actually had marked themselves interested for the event anymore because it's gone. But I don't think it was. Yeah, I think it was 19 people, and we had over 30. Now, that's just plain.
That's much I saw.
Yeah, we had like 30, which that right there, I'm not saying that that's a fucking issue, but it's the most common denominator that would fuck the thought process of having the admin team or the squad leads be a part of a thing to listen to a debrief or a brief and to make up a game plan priorly. Is that there's just people who just they're not active on the Discord. And it's not like you can have them just join, 15, 30 minutes prior to the actual op happening. Because you could.
So all you got to do is just brief the op. The squad leaders come up with how you're going to meet the objective. I'm not going to go, you get it. But,
yeah.
For everybody else, that's pretty much how even the military works. To break it down, you just brief what the op is, brief what the objective is, and then the squad leaders come up with how to complete the objective.
Pretty sure that's what the server was supposed to be, but it kind of detoured from that.
But the thing is, that's where the problem I come with it is we can't you say that, but when it comes down, especially for the server there, it's like getting the people into it to do the planning. Like we can sit there priorly and fucking do it, but like I'm not calling out any of the squad leads for not showing up for when we did the plan for Arlen. But the thing is that we got Zero and I had gotten the brief of what was going to happen on Arland. And then it was really just Zero and I fucking mapping shit together, which in this case was really just Zero because I was drinking.
Well, maybe the caveat to that is for the squad leaders that don't show up, well, then they get directed instead of being able to come up with maybe where they want their squad to go or what they're going to do. They get told what to do because they weren't a part of the briefing.
And that's what I did on that plan was I told Gunslinger, I said, at the time it was still Titan, I said Titan's going to push up the eastern coast, Harrow's going to push up the western side of the road, and then Gunmetal and Jaeger are going to go right up the middle.
Which none of the squad leads have issues with that. Like that, we obviously didn't have anybody being like, well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to take my squad up that way. Like they understand that that's the plan that was put into motion. And most of us here, if we aren't a part of the thing there, to fully fucking, why am I getting shot at?
Why are they still in the server and why do they keep looking for us?
They're hunting us.
I'll go on a fucking killing spree.
No, because I don't fucking need to do with that. But that's the thing there is that, like, when it comes down to the squad leads, like, most squad leads are very nonchalant and very easygoing. Like, if they aren't a part of the brief or the map planning, they fully understand. They go, hey, you know what? I'm here. I wasn't a part of it. Figure out where to go.
I think the biggest thing is there's no use in beating a dead horse with a stick on this. We're coming up, with maybe some suggestions, and unfortunately, you guys, this is obviously a recommendation for me. I couldn't even tell you how to go about it. Just you understand where the disconnect is, and if there's a way forward, I honestly don't know. But that's just a small part of my idea that you guys are obviously picking up what I'm throwing down there. So
yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think that the pre-plan thing should be initiated, and then obviously if squad leads can't make it or whatnot, they just get pointed and shot at, not literal, but point and shoot. But even then, like, for the most part, us as squad leads, we do a very good job at trying to corral them and trying to convey the plan. Tonight's
my biggest thing coming into this, like even joining y'all's Discord and running some ops and stuff, would have been extremely helpful. Like I was talking to Aztec about it, was like maybe some graphics on the map. Like, just because you're briefing me something doesn't mean I inherently understand exactly what's going on. Like, okay, hey, you go there. Yep, I can do that.
Well, and the only thing that was different between this op and our normal ops that we have is that, like, typically Trey, Gunmetal, Zero, and I will mark the map as we're being briefed by the GMs. So that way,
it used to be that the squad leaders get into the server 30 minutes before everybody else, so that way we know everything, and then we do that. But lately, we've just been, no one's allowed into the server before this time. It used to be like, hey, op starts at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then we get a sidebar, squad leaders be in at 8, and it's like, okay, we'll be in at 8.
Or even in then, because we've had some of them in our most recent ones where we've all shown up. Like, ops is going to start, quote unquote, start at this time. And as the rest of the men are, like, getting their shit together, because for the majority of the time, we're just kind of standing around waiting for fucking God to tell us that we're good to go. But prior to that, like, as the rest of the men are fucking around getting their kit together, we get pulled into the hangar. Hey, this is what's happening. And we are very good at...
It sounds as if there was a cause and effect. Maybe it started transitioning to that beforehand, and then it is what it is now.
Well, what had happened was that we stopped doing squad briefs, and we started doing, everybody briefs, which I fucking hate. It's hard to get them to all stand there quietly and listen, because if you've noticed, whenever we do those big... absolutely agree. they still don't listen. They stand at the back, they talk, they have sidebars, they move around, they do that shit. Yeah.
Throw some fucking smokes, throw some grenades, bullshit, and then you get bitched at when you tell them to go fucking, to pay attention to the brief, and then have a whole debacle.
I am so tired of the big briefs. Just brief your squad.
No, I think that would cut out a lot of BS.
Hey, I just want to say, I don't want to brief my squad. I'm kind of retarded with giving briefs.
You are retarded, but that's just because you're a Red Falcon.
I'll put it this way. When we have the big briefs, and when it's either me or Gunslinger keeping people on their fucking shit and listening to what we're saying and explaining it in better detail, it's not normally a problem. But
no, usually it's not.
When there's okay.
Go ahead, man.
No, I hear what you're saying. I don't know. Would it be easier when you guys are getting the brief? For the majority of the time, I'm not going to be with you guys. I'm just filling in. But would it be easier if you guys got that brief away, or put everybody else away from us?
We do.
Typically, we do it inside of a hangar.
I mean, almost like this, where like you're not going to get shot at. You're not going to get smoked and whatever else.
Yeah, typically that's not.
Bob at Monty, we went up to the barn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we separate ourselves in a different area, and for the most part, like, we just put it out to our squad channel and say, hey, keep yourselves entertained, don't fuck around too hard, we're getting a brief. And they just keep to themselves. Now, that doesn't obviously always work, because some people fully understand that this is a game, and they don't care. Because that's the one thing there that the servers preached about many, many times, and I have to constantly check myself, because again, it is, as Kibo and Dark, you both will really know, this is not real life. You cannot try to make this server, even though it's a military simulation game, you cannot mil-sim the server that the tops are over here saying, we don't want it to be that strict, and we don't want it to be, that much of a mil-sim type of a server. I totally understand. You guys own the thing. You run it how you want to run it. If you don't want it to be as per se as realistic as it should be. I get that. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to be a person that's going to tell somebody to go, hey, if you're not listening, start doing fucking push-ups. Because it makes no fucking sense. We're in a fucking video game, bitch. I'm not doing fucking push-ups.
That's right, Zero.
You tell me to do push-ups, I'm going to tell you to eat my dick from the back. But that's just how it is. Is that like in a game like this where we are not enforcing the more severity of like consequences for, stupidity, you get this. You get plenty of times where you're having issues with communication between the squad members and the squad leads, even when we're in ops and whatnot, and the briefing and debriefing. You're going to have those issues. But you can't do anything about it.
I mean, trust me. If you really want to, I can come over when you're asking for information and be like, "I'm gonna fight. Stand by. I'll get to you when I get to you."
But that's the thing.
The problem is the last 3 weeks we've had to kind of impromptu things just a little bit because we had the storyline going, we had our set places we were liberating. But what Shade and Overlord want is for this update to come out before we push into the south and finish things up.
You're talking about 1.3.
Yes.
But I don't see that coming for at least another month or two.
See, we originally thought we were going to get it at the beginning of the month, but then that's when the DDoS started happening and probably really messed things up.
So I was on Bohemia stuff yesterday just to kind of give a little bit of update on that one. So there's Armor Reforger for us, and then there's the Armor Reforger Experimental
on Steam.
They're using experimental right now to go through everything. I guess probably 30 to 60 days.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that at all.
You see, like we've already.
I don't want to hear it either, but I mean, they're talking about Xbox is crashing and all this other stuff, and so this is just a way for them to get to it.
It still wouldn't be that hard if we and again, I know this opinion's not very favorable, or it's not very agreed with. We could still just be running the U.S. side of things, and then as soon as we come back into an op, or we come back to another op, it's like, hey guys, while you were gone, and it's like, oh God, what happened? Like,
at the same time, though, people don't want to just constantly be going to the same towns over and over and over because, they magically liberated again. That's kind of what happened. Like, we've been to Laymanton 3 different times.
Yeah. For mine, I see the operation or the campaign and how it's going. My only question would be, where does the relevance of the 1.3 come into? So if you're building
they want to make that valley essentially a valley of death with the mortars and then just the sporadicness of things.
I mean, so if the relevance is only because you're waiting for mortars and you're waiting for the UH-1H
destruction,
how does that? In my mind, it doesn't make sense of.
It's also the mods, because Shaded's a modder, and he can get us pretty much anything we want, like clothing-wise, weapons, vehicles. It's not just about
think
like
that
mortars.
It would take away from your storyline, because I went through and looked at it, and I'm like, oh man, that's actually a really the campaign that you guys have built is actually pretty, pretty extensive. And I looked at that, I'm like, hey, that's fucking awesome that you guys have taken the time to build a campaign.
I just want to say, fuck you, Kibo. Hating on my mortars. Fuck you.
Listen, 11 Charlies can go do their own thing.
Yo, fuck you, man.
That's your fucking Chucks.
Fuck you, man. I want my mortars.
It feels like we've just deviated from the formula that brought everybody in.
Don't let the update take away from what you guys have built thus far, because you can once it does come out, then you just kind of have to prolong it, but you can still continue on the campaign. That's just my opinion about it.
I do wonder if we're kind of taking away from what the South is supposed to be, because we are running into it now. Last week we were running it as the Russians. This week we're running it as the FIA.
We've gone all the way south. Like Vernon, and we've touched the edge of St. Pierre. We've gone straight from St. Philippe all the way down. Like, I know the U.S. hasn't. The U.S. has stopped at what, Montiac?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, do we feel like we're just doing the same thing, just wearing different uniforms?
I don't think we do enough defenses, honestly. I would love to see even if we took a break from the campaign for like a day of the weekend, like today, mount a huge defense. Like I know we just did those ones the other day, and I know people didn't care much for the 13-hour one, but the D-Day simulation was pretty dope. We could run some of the. We don't always have to be.
That one was fucking sick.
Yeah, we don't have to always be drilling the fucking campaign. We can take a
do
weekend.
little one-off ops. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out like how we can do a Black Hawk Down type thing.
Come up to this airfield, put everybody in this fucking hangar, mount it with sandbags, and go survive.
It's funny that you say that because I've already kind of built a kind of Black Hawk Down scenario.
Well, that's all I do in Game Master when I'm playing by myself, is I mount like 2 fucking platoons of enemies outside of somewhere, and I just sit behind sandbags and pick them off.
But
you know what I would recommend looking into, like for the first time I've spoken in a minute, not in a bad way, just thinking about what we're talking about here. Fucking set some shit up like Guadalcanal.
Ooh.
Just set it up on this airfield. Be like, you have to defend this shit. This is not included in the story. Welcome to Guadalcanal. You get the 7.62 battle rifle. You don't get a scope. You've got 50 cal here, 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 here. Prepare to get fucked.
Give guys the big backpacks, and they have to go back to the ammo point to secure a 50 belt to bring it back.
That is something I wish we did more with, like, actually kind of using, like, attrition and supplies.
It's only hard because, like, again, when you get into the Milston, you went slow mode.
You did go slow mode.
What were you saying?
Trey.
What was I saying? I said that'd be cool as shit, although I probably hate it, but I'd love to do it.
Yeah, that's where you're going to lose people on that. I mean, I like the idea. Everyone standing here maybe likes the idea, but when you get down to, like, I'm just using a name, but, like, let's say classical. Kid's, 15? He doesn't give a fuck about running back to a hangar, grabbing a 50 cal belt, and sprinting his ass back down the airfield to give it to a 50 gunner. He doesn't care.
Well, then what would be the goal, though, is if you've got, like, 3 of the underage individuals that are like, well, I don't like this.
I know, but we don't try to discourage anybody from playing. I know it's like kind of like, yeah, you join the server, suck it up, this is what we're doing. But
no,
if you have that kind of attitude, eventually everybody
leaves. That. It's just like, okay, I'm not saying not to appease the masses, right? But at the same time, if you've got, like, just a small, like, onesie twosies or whatever that are complaining about it, like,
well, it spreads.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like
AK,
this. Like,
sidebar.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, the majority of the guys, they just want a freaking tactical shooting simulator.
Facts. Like, that's the one thing that we've talked about many times, is that for those that have either done this shit IRL and those that are just really into being milsim, like, it's cool to pitch the idea of milsim, and it's cool to put yourself back into, real life scenarios that you've been through, but there's a large majority of people who don't care. They just want to be tactical. They want to be in a game that seems a little better than fucking Hell Let Loose, a little better than fucking Call of Duty. That's why, like, that's why when we're told to go and recruit people, they go, oh, it doesn't matter who, what, XYZ, recruit. And, like, I myself, I'm a picky ass motherfucker when it comes down to recruiting. Because I refuse to pick people who are not going to blend well and or, like, do well inside of the server.
I mean, I don't envy you guys.
Thanks, Kibo.
Big, if you ask me.
No, I'm being serious, right? I don't envy you because there's a few things that you've got to appease to certain people. Like, you guys will have ideas and stuff like that, but then it's just like, how close as you're building an op, how close do you get to realism? You want to make sure that one, the op is fun and all that other stuff, but that's why I say I don't envy you guys, because a lot of the ops that I have been in the few weeks that I've been a part of, or month that I've been a part of this, they've been super fun. That whoever came up with that fucking World War II one,
That was me.
That's Zero. Gang shit. That was some gang shit, bro.
That motherfucker was so much. I had a lot of fun on that one, but it's you know, I can see it's just very challenging, and
this is why I started drinking during these ups.
I think one thing that we did realize that was kind of successful was breaking the ops up into smaller phases.
Oh yeah.
Where we kind of RTB rekit gives the GMs a couple minutes to start building some stuff, or they can start building towards the end of phase 1. And that's what worked really well in that Arland op, was we broke it up into phases. We had 4 phases there. We had our initial beach landing, clearing out Beauregard, moving west to clear out the rest of the...
phases of an operation. Where do we find that?
Oh, don't worry about that. No.
And then the last phase was just storming the airfield. And it worked out really well because we had a little bit of downtime in between. Some
Trey, how was the end of that?
groups were still being active. Others were kind of just hanging around. But
Trey, how was the end of that airfield extraction?
No,
that was a shit show.
I will say this: I think you guys are doing a really good job. And every time you guys have an op, obviously you're having an AR afterwards. It's nothing too picky or anything wrong with you, AK. Like obviously the op went the way the op went, and if for future references, even for me, if I ever was to build an op, it just gives more hindsight of looking at it like, okay, hey. If a certain group is going to go out first, let me brief them first, and then maybe the other ones have a little bit more time. But my only kind of complaint on it was just the info, and then obviously the time constriction. Otherwise, I would have asked more questions about it, but it's at no fault of yours. And then I think obviously we can all agree that the issues and the troubles that we have, you guys are just obviously hopefully improving on the next op that happens, and as long as there are improvements, that's all really that matters.
Yeah, and to just go off that part, I'll touch more specifically on the time restrictions. Is I think for future reference,
off what the commander said.
My bad, I had to say. Wow.
I was thinking it. I just didn't want to say it.
The commander has an S3.
but for the time constraints, if they were to happen again, I think it's not necessarily that they were bad. It's the format that I did them in that was bad. Is I shouldn't have put a time restriction at the very beginning. For the assault, I feel like that was fine, but I feel like the time restrictions to get you guys moving was where that problem lied.
Which, to be fair though, we've had that issue priorly.
I would almost argue that maybe the reason why you were so adamant about the time constriction was that probably the time in which you started the op.
Oh yeah, this entire op was based off timing.
No, I mean like the actual time, real life time that you actually started it, because it was already so late. Maybe you didn't want to run towards midnight or anything like that. I think that swayed some of that.
That as well, but also giving the time restrictions allowed me to kind of know when I needed to get things moving. So when I needed to tell the op for, hey, you need to start driving because this is about
makes sense. Got it. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
And the time restrictions were meant to be close to where like you'd get it done in the nick of time, blah 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 blah. But I feel like I cut it too close, especially on that first one.
Yeah. Hey, question. As I'm sitting here thinking for it. So, correct me if I'm wrong. That first convoy was the convoy.
Negative.
No.
No.
Interesting. Okay, because that was the thing there. Is we were sitting there going.
It's a good thing we didn't get down there when they were there.
And that's why I kept poking. Like, are you sure you saw a troop transport?
Oh, 100%. I seen a troop transport.
It wasn't a troop transport. It was a cargo. It was a cargo truck. And when someone said that, I was like, oh, it was a cargo truck. I don't think it's the one we were looking for.
If we're gonna, I'm gonna say this. If we're gonna play semantics on vehicles, the troop transport is a fucking cargo truck because we put cargo on both of them.
It's the same fucking thing.
The troop transport technically doesn't have a cover over it, but you can store supplies in both of them.
Both a fucking 5 tons down there, whether they have a tarp or not, are troop transports. That's a troop transport.
So is the other one uncovered as well?
Surprise! That's a cargo truck.
Surprise! I can get in the back of this truck. How is this not a troop transport?
If you look at this one, the seats are down.
Oh wait, no! Look!
Because this one makes sense. This one's an Arsenal.
No, I was gonna say, like, look at the front bumper.
Oh, you want me to spot that from a bino 700 meters out?
What? They're all the same.
No, look, come back here, come back. Remember
because it has the...
It's got the little flame symbol. It's got the flame symbol on the fucking front bumper. That's the only key detail. The only 2 major details between the covered troop transport and the fucking Arsenal truck, which is this one right here, is the fact that, 1, this little plate in the front, and the fact is that you would have to see from behind.
Good sir.
Fuck the placards. Also, the back is sealed.
Yeah, there's no way to tell from the front that they're any different.
And from 700 meters away in a fucking bino, I'm sure it was probably not 700, but...
Well, then put the 12 power on.
You think I decided to grab a 12 power as well as the 8 power?
We're being honest. I did binoc the fucking trucks from the top of the mountain where we were when I first saw that convoy.
Same!
I could not have told you there was a white symbol on that truck.
To lead the first convoy that I was going to show you.
Oh, shoot, I thought you were moving the trucks.
Oh, fucking Zero, you piece of shit!
Say that again.
Don't shoot him. Please don't shoot each other. We're having a conversation.
Your gun go poop you, my gun go boom.
Hold up. This is not the first convoy. I don't remember seeing a field truck.
There was a field truck, yes.
Yeah, the field truck's right there. It might have been in a different...
I think there was 2 BTRs.
This, I can tell you right now. There might have been 2 BTRs. No, there wasn't 2 BTRs for this one. The second one had
3.
Okay, so to what we were saying, though, if we're 700 meters on top of a mountain and we're looking at this thing, I can't see the placards. I see a fucking covered truck.
Which I said was the troop transport.
All you're seeing is from the flank, and this little placard right here is not showing.
Well, even if you look at the door, and see the bullet symbol, you're not seeing it through binos at 700 meters.
Well, I don't even think it would render, would it?
No, because it did. So if I were to go and do, just because I've got the ability to look at this stuff here, we were pretty much at the top of that ridge line there. If I'm going to count the fucking grid squares from where the fucking checkpoint was, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5, 600 meters out. Give or take on where we were positioned.
And I'll take a little responsibility for that.
Hello.
I probably shouldn't put that in there, but I figured because it was, again, quote, heavily armored, and I made sure to emphasize that. I figured that this wouldn't classify for you guys as heavily armored.
Well, the idea that I even had when we saw this first convoy is, where would we be hiding an HVT in this convoy? I'm not going to say it's obvious, but the command truck would seem a likely place to me to interrogate a subject.
It's a damn shame you can't put people in the back.
If I could put people in the back, that would have been beyond a doubt.
I know you can't, but that would definitely be
without
like
a
role-playing
doubt
situation where, like, all of a sudden, like, oh, they spotted the convoy. Pause. Spawns fucking the 2 individuals that we need, or whatever. And it's like, continue. Oh, look, there they are. Like, yeah, just like that. Like, Milan, they would get out of the front, obviously. Like, the HVT that we would need would be riding bitch and shotgun,
I would love to know out of the person who wasn't a part of the fucking checkpoint, because I did not find a Russian backpack, so I was not going to put myself at the checkpoint due to the fact that I had an FIA backpack. I just wanted to know what the fuck happened at that fucking checkpoint because
nothing went right there.
I could tell. Not a single thing was fucking conveyed rightly.
So I'm not blaming anyone because I don't know who was all talking. I didn't check. I was in Game Master, so I physically can't see the names. But the convoy rolls up. They ask for the code. No reply. They ask for the code. No reply. They ask for the code.
I don't really think that actually is accurate because I heard there was so much prox chat going on that I'm almost positive someone did answer.
So they did answer on the third ask. And at the first two, everyone kind of went quiet, not quiet, but everyone kind of like was stunned for a second, trying to think. And then the second one came around, and they started kind of talking and radioing, trying to figure it out. And the third one came, and someone gave the answer, but by that point, the convoy was already alerted because why would you need to know the answer to that if you were assigned to that?
Why would you need to know the answer?
Well, everybody at the checkpoint should have known. Everybody at the checkpoint should have known the challenge and password. Everyone at the checkpoint should have known the challenge and password. So that any person to fucking get that would have gotten asked should have been able to given the password to the challenge.
I'm missing some context here. Our guys didn't know the fucking word?
Apparently.
They didn't know the word.
Oh,
no one said it
fucking God.
That's why I was saying who was at the checkpoint giving it to the people because that's the whole reason why the convoy went through no issue or like with a complete range of fucking fuckery because I was like somebody there should have known the challenge's password and didn't give it to them because they just blew right through us. And by the time that I got the call to shoot an RPG, they were already halfway through the fuck town.
I'm disappointed I don't have Daisy emotes because the barrel will be in my character.
They panicked, and by the time they got the password to them, it was very obvious they were panicking. In which case, the convoy took off, which is what they should have done. I'm okay with them taking off in that scenario, not to St. Philippe, but that's
not Pierre.
A different thing completely.
Getting the second half of that situation, it definitely makes sense.
What happened?
From our perspective, especially mine,
it looked like they just blew through.
No, Gunslinger had asked. This is again when we came into that comp problem because Gunslinger asked, "Hey, who's taking the checkpoint?" No one answered.
Yep.
Hey, who's taking the checkpoint? No one answered. I radioed in and said, Gunslinger can't, or not Gunslinger, Gunmetal can't. I'm pulling security in the tree line with the BTR because we couldn't get down there in time to secure uniforms. So we're pulling Overwatch. Gunslinger asks again, who's going to take the
checkpoint?
Checkpoint. He says, "Fuck it, I'll do it with three of us," and then.
No, that was me.
Which no, Bionic, you then chopped up and said, "Hey, the Azrael squad will take it. We've got three."
I was already keying up saying, "Hey, Azrael will take it because there's only three of us."
And then I'm pretty sure Trey said it too, like, "Hey, we'll take the objective." And then it's like, well, if everyone's at the fucking objective, like, bro,
we're gonna red flag it up right off the rip.
I wasn't there. I said whoever's a squad lead at that objective needs to take it.
Oh,
because I wasn't there. I was driving back along the fucking hour fucking long.
About 3 click.
It was to me, just listening to that, it was abundantly clear that I'm not blaming you guys for this. That people there did not know the keyword.
Which is fucking insane. Again, goes back to the dissemination of information then.
And I'm not blaming you guys because I know for a fact it came over the radio. I heard you guys say it and repeat it after I told you what it was.
I tell Gunmetal this, and I don't know, and I understand that not all the squads do it because some of our guys don't listen or they fuck with the radio too much. My rule in Gunmetal is I don't care if you're on 42. Do not talk on 42, and none of my guys do it. I mean, sometimes they do. If I'm dead and I say, hey, I'm dead. If they call for Gunmetal, answer the call. Like, if all of a sudden I get schwagged, Gunslinger's like, hey, Gunmetal Actual, where are you at? What's going on? And I'm like, I'm dead. And then like K-Dog will radio up and be like, hey, we're doing this. And it's like, all right, that's good because I'm dead. But I always tell gunmetal, like, hey guys, you're adults. You can be on 42, but do not talk on 42. Because if I'm dead, I want you guys to have the information that you need to move on.
I did the same thing with Hydra.
You can't hear anything. All of a sudden, you're left alone in a town, and then Op 4 will sweep through and wreck you, and then you guys get discouraged. And I do understand the whole thing about the radios. Because believe me, I don't got one in real life, so I'm always like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, believe me, there are some times I wish I had a fucking radio.
I'd love to know the answer. What's happening?
Like, I'm up there on a fucking berm with my little belt fed, and motherfuckers like, shit fire, and I'm like, huh? Who? Why? And it's like, I didn't see nobody. And then they're like, hey, shit fire, and I'm like, okay. But then all of a sudden,
brother, it's the same.
And then,
shit.
And then
It's the same shit. Everyone knows.
All of a sudden,
the same shit.
The weasel gets shot or something, and it's like, what am I gonna do now? If I had a radio, you know, gun 2, this is 6, shift fire, and it's like, I've got you, sir. Shift fire, that kind of fucking thing. Oh, hey, they disappeared again.
They disappeared again.
Since I'm on that subject, and I know you said it before, just because I was waiting for a lull in the conversation to ask this question, I know the answer for me, a gunslinger.
Oh, he's a special boy.
Oh, he's a special boy.
He's across the track special boy.
The tracks.
The tracks.
Yeah, the tracks. So you two 11 series can go hug yourselves in the fucking latrine.
Yeah, see, he's a special boy. He's a real special. Him and Delta are specials. They've seen each other's. Yeah, they've seen each other's peepees and they sucked each other off one time in a Kaibo.
Are you guys Charlie over there?
Yeah, yo, fuck you, man.
Are you guys still active, or are you guys out?
No, Delta got out. I'm a little over 21 years.
God damn, huh?
This man's old as shit. He's actually 75.
Yeah.
What base are you stationed out of?
Yours.
I'm at Bliss right now.
Oh, you're at Bliss? Oh shit, is Delta the one still at fucking Bragg?
Yeah, but he's a contractor with those people.
Those people.
Yeah.
I forget what number's here. Isn't it 8? 10?
I don't fucking remember, bitch. I don't pay attention to what's across the track.
No, he's the compound that's on the other side over there, the one
by Longstreet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on that. He's on that compound.
Oh, you mean the special boy gate that they turn your ass around because
yes.
It's a quick way to get to Manchester?
Yes.
That special boy, not the homies that are down by Yadkin Gate.
No.
You're talking about the homies that fucking you wouldn't know what they just look like fucking civilians.
Yeah, the homies.
Yeah, those special boys. Delta's part of those special boys.
Wait, you're one of those special boys?
No, I'm not one of those special boys. No, in fact, I work with OTC out here. Testing.
Do you wear a funny hat?
I do not wear a funny hat.
You don't have a funny hat?
I barely put my uniform on. It's great.
Must be fucking nice.
Do you have a funny hat?
Do I have a funny hat? Yes, I do have a funny hat.
Is it not tan, black, or maroon?
Is it chalky? I feel like it's a chalky hat.
I've got several colors. Like, which one do you?
Which color hat you got? Which color hat's your funny? Which color hat is your funny hat?
Hold up, is the color hat you have one of the colors on the uniforms that we are wearing right now?
One of you wearing? I have 4 separate fucking uniforms. I'm tired of fucking.
He's like, stop beating around the bush. Which funny hat you want?
It's a funny hat.
I went from BDUs to DCUs to ACUs, and now multicam. Like, it's too much.
Are they still using multis? I thought they said they got rid of multis.
They don't call it multicam anymore. They call it ACU.
Oh, it's the OCPs. Yeah. Those gay ass ones.
They call it that because it's the ACU, still the combat uniform. But
yeah.
No, your funny hat color shouldn't change though.
Is your funny hat green?
Yeah,
it is not. Fuck those guys. They're a bunch of fucking nerds too.
Your funny hat's not green. Is it brown?
Is it? I was gonna say, is it chalky? I feel like they're chalky.
Fucking part of those fucking douche
I feel like they're chalky. Right? Are they not chalky milk?
What? Chalky milk. That's the brown ones. Those are the fucking advisors.
Yeah, the advisor fucking trainer fucking people.
Yeah, but if he's not a green funny hat, then that means he'd be either a fucking tan or he's one of the cool guys that don't have a fucking funny hat. They just don't wear hats.
He's probably part of the people that don't wear hats. He's part of the people who doesn't have to wear funny hats.
So he's one of the three letter cool guys.
Are you a 3-letter cool guy? Are you part of the alphabet people?
Are you the 3-letter cool guy?
Well, I work for OTC, so
that's 3 letters.
No, not. Yeah, but not the one I was thinking of.
You're thinking of. Are you thinking of those cool guys?
No, because you said the compound that's up by. You said Long Street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because it's the one that's right outside Long Street. That's Delta. Delta's outside of that one. He's in Bliss.
Yeah, no, I work for Operational Test Command.
Oh, okay.
He's on the complete opposite end of the world. Special guys.
This is. I've done my time.
So Delta's the 3-letter cool guy that would be at the compound down
right outside of Long Street. Yes, that would be Delta's area.
He works for more than just a 3-letter agency.
No,
don't ruin that. Don't ruin that for us.
No, not 3-letter agency. The 3-letter homie is still wearing uniforms.
Well,
they barely wear uniforms.
I think they're a 5-letter agency.
Are they 5-letter?
Well, if you're talking about like the D boys.
Yeah.
No, not the D boys. The C boys.
The C boys.
Yeah.
The C boys are the D boys.
Yeah, I thought they were the same fucking things.
COG is Combat Operations Group.
You're right.
What the fuck? I thought they were the same fucking thing.
What? He works. Let's just say he works for the command.
Okay.
I worked for command. I did CQ one day. That counts as command, right? Right, Kibo?
Yeah, it sure does.
I worked at Brigade Building. That counts, right? I worked at the Division Building. You know, I pulled CQ there.
Up, you fucking red pigeon.
Yeah. Hey, so who you with? Red Falcons?
I was with Red Falcons, yeah.
With 2nd Brigade?
Yes.
A bunch of fucking nerds.
It's okay. He's also part of 2nd Brigade. He's a Fury.
Yeah, war crimes, baby. Till the
Are
day
you
you
two
die.
Fury? So you guys are actually Blue Falcon?
Yes.
What? No.
Yes.
Fury.
Yes.
No. Yes. No. They're fucking blue. Yes, they're blue. I keep telling him that.
Fuck that shit. You guys went to fucking 2 Fury because you didn't want to be Blue Falcons.
No, okay, so we're blue, but we're not Falcons. We're Furies.
You originally, when you were at when 2 Fury was a part of 4th Brigade, when 82nd had 4th Brigade, they were originally Blue Falcons.
No, it was Fury Brigade. It was still 1 and 2 Fury. We just weren't
You were the Blue Falcons.
We weren't part of fucking Falcon Brigade.
You were a Blue Falcon.
I mean, if the colors are going red, white, and
blue.
Plus, you have for some odd reason, you have Green Falcon in there as well. I don't
Green
Eagles. Green Eagles.
Are they Eagles? I thought they were Falcons.
No, Green Eagles.
The last time I worked with fucking you fucks was in Iraq in 17 in Mosul.
So it's Red Falcons, White Falcons, 2 Fury, Black Falcons, and Green Eagles.
Don't forget gold. Don't forget.
And then Golden Griffins.
Griffins.
No,
the gold Griffins.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Golden Griffins. Yeah,
Look,
that's 407 BSB.
Kibo's he's just loving it right now. He's loving getting to talk to regular ass Joes.
21 years.
I'm so glad I don't.
Are you a fucking? Are you still an O or an E? Are you still an E or are you an O?
I'm an E.
Well, that means you're like a fucking 8 or 9. My apologies.
My apologies, Sar Major.
Yeah, Sar Major.
Hey, that's all right. I'll be retiring here in a few years.
My DD214 says you can still suck this.
Are you actually a 9?
No.
No, I thought.
No, you're. What?
No,
you
I turned down promotion.
So you're a master sergeant?
Yeah, I didn't want to go to the academy.
Even
though it's like right here.
What did you end
4,
at,
baby.
Gunslinger?
4, baby.
4? Hey, if I could high five you, I would.
4, baby. I was on track to go to BLC, and then I broke my leg, and so I never did get to go to BLC.
I mean, if you were too fucking busy stroking the shaft of your fucking
mortar tube, I fucking was, baby. The 120s and the 60s, baby, stroking the shit out of them.
You ain't got nothing on my 240, boy.
This man's like, yeah, here, let me get the M134. Fucking throw that bitch out there. Is that the right number termination for that?
No, M145.
Is it?
Are you talking about my Elcan?
No, I'm talking about the Gatling that sits on the side of the fucking side of the Kiowas that aren't a thing anymore. Little birds.
No.
Vulcan fucking.
Oh yeah, M134.
All that was just a pod that they could put on. Were just the attachments, which I think the Kiowas they gave to the National Guard.
I thought that they can discontinue the Kiowas, didn't they?
They still have a small portion of them, but they were giving them down to like the state National Guards and stuff.
Oh, well, that checks out. Yeah, that totally checks out. Because now it's what, just Little Birds and Blackhawks?
Oh man, I don't see Little Birds ever flying.
It's just the Apaches. Apaches and Blackhawks and Chinooks.
They don't use any Little Birds for the Special Boys anymore.
No, they do.
Oh,
yeah, Special Boys, not for the 82nd.
Oh no, we don't get to be a part of that. No.
There are 3 helicopters that fly around this base, and I've ridden on 2 of them.
I've jumped out of 2 of them.
Sadly there was a Chinook jump like a month and a half ago, and it got scratched due to wind. I was on the jump, but I was like,
due to wind.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was a part of the what is that? What's that fucking? Is that Jordan? Lake Jordan? Huh? I was a part of the Lake Jordan water jump with the UH-60s, yeah. And I've got
I don't know what lake it is.
4.
You've done so much in your lifetime.
Okay, Kibo. All right, guy. I'll just go fucking kill myself. I'll go kill myself.
Well, you have an RPG. No balls.
It doesn't work at this distance.
No, I'm just baby 240 gunner.
I would assume so if you're over here talking about a weasel.
Oh yeah. You never know. I could have been the weasel.
Not the way you're talking. When you're over here talking about fucking TOPs, but like, well, this is where the BC, like that. No, the BC never fucking barely briefs.
Yeah, the BC never talks to us. I don't get to see the BC every once in a blue moon.
So when you're talking about basically an op order at that level, like the BC really doesn't brief much. It's the S3 that briefs.
Which, yes. No, we're bringing out fucking the ass fucking people.
So, like, a lot of times it's just a combined arms rehearsal that they'll have, and then they'll do that, and then the most that you get of your op order, and you go through your TLPs, which would probably be very beneficial even for this.
You would think so.
You don't have to go over all 5 paragraphs of the op order, but, some information is a lot better than...
No information.
Hardly any.
I think it'd be very hard to sit down and have a class on a video game of TLPs.
Well, you're not really going over the first paragraph because that's like your weather